G'day. I went into Hello Plants today. You know what? I spent $300. You know what those blokes gave me? A bloody free weeping cherry. You know what? If you're not getting free stuff delivered to your site and you're not getting good plants, you're crazy. Go to Hello and get trade deals today. Better than a meat pie. Fill your next project with beautiful big evergreens, save lots of money, and then spend over $299, get free delivery and a beautiful big $100 weeping cherry absolutely free at Hello. Don't wait, the garden's calling. Click now, tap the link and let's go.
Come to Hello Plants this week and get a beautiful Helleborus valued at $29.99 for absolutely free when you spend over $100. Or these beautiful assorted hydrangeas also free when you spend over $100, and they're also valued at $29.99. Come into Hello today. Boom.
Don't wait, the garden's calling. Click now, tap the link and let's go. Here we have this week's fabulous auction item. Now you look at that and you might see an empty pot. We have big plans for this empty pot. What I'm doing is I'm bringing in a beautiful $700 Japanese white pine, one of the rarest and most beautiful pine trees you can get. Will be absolutely beautiful. Then we're surrounding it with some Zen moss, some black pebbles, and using some top quality premium potting mix and putting it all together and making the most beautiful Japanese white pine bonsai surrounded with Zen moss and black pebbles. The total value is $1,200 and we're putting it up for auction on Friday at 12 o'clock and the reserve is just 10 cents. Who knows, this beautiful Japanese white pine could go for $600. Maybe it'll go for $400, maybe only $200, maybe not even $200. Who knows? So join us this Friday at 12 o'clock at our Tutu Many Plants sale and bid on this fabulous Japanese white pine bonsai. Reserve price 10 cents. I love the art of horticulture. I was brought up in a sort of a horticultural world at Mount Dandenong where there was all horticultural people, including my parents, all around me. And through Hello, I want to make great horticulture available to millions of people and available in terms of the plants and products are there, but also not just products, but in content and also in accurately worked out information, just little bits and pieces so that people can have great horticulture in their garden. They can experience great horticulture. They can learn about it. They can bathe in it, So that's my goal.
Watch the full episode of the How's Business Mate podcast with Chris Lucas on your favorite podcasting platforms today.
People often ask me if I get upset if they buy plants or book garden designs at other nurseries. And my answer is absolutely not. You're free to go to whatever nursery you want. Just kidding. We've got thousands of plants and a good garden design centre, so you better come to Hello. We carry massive stocks at Hello. With English box, we've got thousands of beautiful plants like this, just $4.99. Beautiful 6-foot ficus, $99.99. Giant bushy photinias, just $49.99. Beautiful Tanika, $12.99. And what's more, beautiful big Leighton's green cypress, just $16.99. Fill your next project with beautiful big evergreens, save lots of money, and then spend over $299, get free delivery and a beautiful big $100 weeping cherry absolutely free at Hello. Don't wait, the garden's calling. Click now, tap the link and let's go.
Who said there wasn't colour in winter? Check out these sexy frogs. Beautiful Helleborus all in flower. Hardenbergias, lavenders. Come to Hello Plants today and get your winter colour.
Don't wait, the garden's calling. Click now, tap the link and let's go. Nobody told me that they wanted that. I just was looking at ladies pushing big trolleys out of Bunnings and I thought,
that's a problem.
Yeah, and then the other thought that I had is that if I could just buy the stuff in by the pallet, put the pallet out the front, and they drive in, I chuck a few bags in the back, there's not much handling involved.
Yeah.
And so that means that I can trim my margins a little bit because it's I hardly touch it.
Yeah.
So what I did,
Yeah.
I was just watching people in the Bunnings car park struggling with the stuff and thought, gee, there's another way you could do this, and maybe you could save people a little bit of money at the same time.
That's really cool. You saw a problem in real time.
Yeah.
And then had the solution. I really like that. It's awesome.
Yeah. You got to look into the empty spaces, and find things and create things in the empty spaces.
Watch the full episode of the How's Business Mate podcast with Chris Lucas on your favorite podcasting platforms today.
McDonald's has great burgers, but they've got even better gardens. And here we've got a fabulous rare magnolia. You'll hardly find one anywhere. It's called a Magnolia denudata. It's a beautiful, rare Japanese magnolia, and it has fabulous fragrance. Heavenly. And basically it's a small to medium tree. It loses its leaves in the autumn, and then you have this amazing flowering in spring, amazing white flowers. And for those people into a green and white garden who want to have a beautiful magnolia and don't want the Solangiana with its pinks and mauves and things like that, the denudata is the answer. And when you get it flowering, smell it. It's fabulous. Denudata magnolia. Don't wait, the garden's calling. Click now. Tap the link and let's go.
You're a real man. Look at your eyes. You're a real gardener. You can do the job. I love the way you look.
Chris, emergency case. I need your help with the garden design.
No worries. I've got the perfect solution for you. It's our $299 garden design package. Come to Hello Hello and get a 45-minute consult with me, and I'll help you lay out the perfect garden and choose the exact right plants. And what you're going to get is you're going to get $299 worth of plants and a free $99 feature tree. So book now and get that perfect dream garden for your wife. Having things crack, that's a pretty bad thing, but maybe it's not. Check this out. What we've got here is cracked pots, and they've all got a bit of a crack in them, but they're still okay. You can still use them, and we've got hundreds of them, and we're clearing the whole lot out. $9.99 each, in store only. Cracked pots. So here's your free delivery.
Wow, Chris, this is beautiful.
That's right. When you spend over $299, you get free delivery and you get a $100 weeping cherry for free. And this will make a beautiful centerpiece in the front lawn.
Whoa!
Don't wait, the garden's calling. Click now. Tap the link and let's go. Came up with this idea. And I knew that this idea would make a fortune. It was be a cheap alternative that was fast growing. And he said, look, I'm going to give you 6 square meters of the nursery, the retail space, 6 square meters.
Yeah.
And he said, if you can prove it on there, make money on that 6 square meters there with your idea, and I'll put everything we've got into it. At any rate, I got it, and I got it really firing. It became a #1 product in the nursery, and it was going like crazy. And so we invested everything we had in it. We produced hundreds of thousands of them. And we were selling, this is many years ago, we were spending $30,000 or $40,000 a week on advertising. And we were selling 100,000. They cost us nothing to produce, high margin product. They were selling $100,000 a week worth of this product. But by the time we sold all our other products, we were doing extremely well.
Watch the full episode of the How's Business Mate podcast with Chris Lucas on your favorite podcasting platforms today.
I just wanna get your attention, babe. Been looking at that backyard every day. Got a plan that'll make the whole street stare, but only if you're brave enough to go there. No need to call, no need to wait too long. Just send a message and we'll come along. We'll bring the trees, the flowers in the sky. Turn that empty space into your paradise.
I do. And not only that, I can do an economical, original, beautiful garden design. In fact, you should check out our $299 garden design package, where you get $300 worth of plants, a $100 feature tree, and a 45-minute garden design consultation, which will set you up with a beautiful garden. So book now.
All I wanna hear is you say Chris is here, here for me. Chris is here.
G'day. I went into Hello Plants today. You know what? I spent $300. You know what those blokes gave me? A bloody free weeping cherry. You know what? If you're not getting free stuff delivered to your site and you're not getting good plants, you're crazy. Go to Hello and get trade deals today. Better than a meat pie.
Fill your next project with beautiful big evergreens, save lots of money, and then spend over $299, get free delivery and a beautiful big $100 weeping cherry absolutely free at Hello. Don't wait, the garden's calling. Click now, tap the link and let's go.
Come to Hello Plants this week and get a beautiful Helleborus valued at $29.99 for absolutely free when you spend over $100. Or these beautiful assorted hydrangeas also free when you spend over $100, and they're also valued at $29.99. Come into Hello today. Boom.
Don't wait, the garden's calling. Click now, tap the link and let's go. Here we have this week's fabulous auction item. Now you look at that and you might see an empty pot. We have big plans for this empty pot. What I'm doing is I'm bringing in a beautiful $700 Japanese white pine, one of the rarest and most beautiful pine trees you can get. Will be absolutely beautiful. Then we're surrounding it with some Zen moss, some black pebbles, and using some top quality premium potting mix and putting it all together and making the most beautiful Japanese white pine bonsai surrounded with Zen moss and black pebbles. The total value is $1,200 and we're putting it up for auction on Friday at 12 o'clock and the reserve is just 10 cents. Who knows, this beautiful Japanese white pine could go for $600. Maybe it'll go for $400, maybe only $200, maybe not even $200. Who knows? So join us this Friday at 12 o'clock at our Tutu Many Plants sale and bid on this fabulous Japanese white pine bonsai. Reserve price 10 cents. I love the art of horticulture. I was brought up in a sort of a horticultural world at Mount Dandenong where there was all horticultural people, including my parents, all around me. And through Hello, I want to make great horticulture available to millions of people and available in terms of the plants and products are there, but also not just products, but in content and also in accurately worked out information, just little bits and pieces so that people can have great horticulture in their garden. They can experience great horticulture. They can learn about it. They can bathe in it, So that's my goal.
Watch the full episode of the How's Business Mate podcast with Chris Lucas on your favorite podcasting platforms today.
People often ask me if I get upset if they buy plants or book garden designs at other nurseries. And my answer is absolutely not. You're free to go to whatever nursery you want. Just kidding. We've got thousands of plants and a good garden design centre, so you better come to Hello. We carry massive stocks at Hello. With English box, we've got thousands of beautiful plants like this, just $4.99. Beautiful 6-foot ficus, $99.99. Giant bushy photinias, just $49.99. Beautiful Tanika, $12.99. And what's more, beautiful big Leighton's green cypress, just $16.99. Fill your next project with beautiful big evergreens, save lots of money, and then spend over $299, get free delivery and a beautiful big $100 weeping cherry absolutely free at Hello. Don't wait, the garden's calling. Click now, tap the link and let's go.
Who said there wasn't colour in winter? Check out these sexy frogs. Beautiful Helleborus all in flower. Hardin Burgess, lavenders. Come to Hello Hello Plants today and get your winter colour.
Don't wait, the garden's calling. Click now, tap the link and let's go. Nobody told me that they wanted that. I just was looking at ladies pushing big trolleys out of Bunnings and I thought,
that's a problem.
yeah. And then the other thought that I had is that if I could just buy the stuff in by the pallet, put the pallet out the front and they drive in, I chuck a few bags in the back, there's not much handling involved.
Yeah.
And so that means that I can trim my margins a little bit because I hardly touch it.
Yeah.
So what I did, I was just watching people in the Bunnings car park struggling with the stuff and thought, gee, there's another way you could do this and maybe you could save people a little bit of money at the same time.
That's really cool. You saw a problem in real time.
Yeah.
And then had the solution. I really like that. That's awesome.
Yeah. You got to look into the empty spaces, and find things and create things in the empty spaces.
Watch the full episode of the How's Business Mate podcast with Chris Lucas on your favourite podcasting platforms today.
McDonald's has great burgers, but they've got even better gardens. And here we've got a fabulous rare magnolia. You'll hardly find one anywhere. It's called a Magnolia denudata. It's a beautiful, rare Japanese magnolia, and it has fabulous fragrance. Heavenly. And basically it's a small to medium tree. It loses its leaves in the autumn and then you have this amazing flowering in spring, amazing white flowers. And for those people into a green and white garden who want to have a beautiful magnolia and don't want the Solangiana with its pinks and mauves and things like that, the denudata is the answer. And when you get it flowering, smell it. It's fabulous. Denudata magnolia. Don't wait, the garden's calling. Click now, tap the link and let's go.
You're a real man. Look at your eyes. You're a real gardener. You can do the job. I love the way you look.
Chris, emergency case. I need your help with the garden design.
No worries. I've got the perfect solution for you. It's our $299 garden design package. Come to Hello Hello and get a 45-minute consult with me and I'll help you lay out the perfect garden and choose the exact right plants. And what you're going to get is you're going to get $299 worth of plants and a free $99 feature tree. So book now and get that perfect dream garden for your wife. Having things crack, that's a pretty bad thing, but maybe it's not. Check this out. What we've got here is cracked pots, and they've all got a bit of a crack in them, but they're still okay. You can still use them, and we've got hundreds of them, and we're clearing the whole lot out. $9.99 each, in store only. Cracked pots. So here's your free delivery.
Wow, Chris, this is beautiful.
That's right, when you spend over $299, you get free delivery and you get a $100 weeping cherry for free. And this will make a beautiful centerpiece in the front lawn.
Whoa!
Don't wait, the garden's calling. Click now, tap the link and let's go. Came up with this idea. And I knew that this idea would make a fortune. It was be a cheap alternative that was fast growing. And he said, look, I'm going to give you 6 square meters of the nursery, the retail space, 6 square meters.
Yeah.
And he said, if you can prove it on there and make money on that 6 square meters there with your idea, and I'll put everything we've got into it. At any rate, I got it and I got it. Hello. Welcome to our Tutu Many Plant sales. And not only have we got too many plants, but a lot of growers have got too many plants. And so we've been out to the growers and they've given us some fabulous specials. They want to clear a bit of stock and you're going to be amazed at the specials. We've got 78 specials to go. We've got 78 specials to go through today. And I'm going to run you through each of the specials, explain to you what they're good for. And if you're planning your spring garden project, you can get it all on the cheap from these 78 items. We've designed it, we've got grasses, we've got ground covers, we've got trees, we've got shrubs, we've got topiary, we've got boxes, we've got every sort of plant you can imagine to put together 78 different sorts of plants, and it's all designed so that you can put together your spring garden project on the cheap. And not only that, we're also, let's focus on this, we're also auctioning off this beautiful potted rare, this is a Japanese red pine, and in Japanese landscape the red pine is considered to be the female and has these beautiful little red candles on it, lovely short green foliage, and it comes in this fabulous pot here, really beautiful pot, very rustic, and you've got some lime lava gracing it underneath, and lovely pebbles. It's a beautiful thing. The pot and this very rare, this is an 8 or 9 year old pine tree, this very rare pine tree in this pot collectively is valued at $799, and we've put it up, and we've got a reserve of only 10 cents. It's up online, it's already up over the reserve. It's $100, it's 100, what's it on?
104 at the moment.
It's on $104,
yeah.
And I reckon that somebody is going to get $700 worth of beautiful Japanese pine. They're going to get it very cheaply today.
Yeah, someone wrote in the comments section, the dwarf Japanese red pine is like the Zen master of houseplants. What a serene vibe.
Yeah. It's a wonderful thing, and I'd say that this would be a great thing to get in and have a go at this auction. I reckon it's going to go off cheap.
It looks like it's going to go cheap at the moment. It's 104 bucks.
How to bid this item?
Yep, so I'll tell you guys how to bid for those of you who are watching us right now. Thanks for joining us. We can't put links in the comment section on any platform, i.e. TikTok, but you can head over to hellohelloplants.com.au, and when you head over to hellohelloplants.com.au, there's a big button which says live auction at the top. You just click on that, live auction bid now. Pretty self-explanatory, we hope, and just scroll down a little bit and you'll see there is your chance to start bidding. You can put your name, your phone number, your email, and enter the amount you want to bid. Minimum bid 10 cents, maximum bid $10, and then you don't have to enter your details every time you make a bid. You can just enter the amount you want to bid if you get outbid. And the other thing is that at 1:50 is when the action actually begins, so in an hour and 35 minutes, Chris will knock down the gavel. Show the gavel, Chris. Oh, well, hang on, you're not on the camera there. Hang on, we'll get you on the camera.
Yeah, this is what we do, is we knock down the gavel, we knock down on this beautiful Japanese, this Zen masterpiece. We're going to knock it down, like this, just like that, and some lucky person is going to pick this beautiful $700 masterpiece, this Zen masterpiece. They're going to pick it up for peanuts.
Yes,
anyway,
that's right. Yeah, so in an hour and 35 minutes at 1:50 is when whatever the highest bid is, Chris will do the gavel strike 3 times, and that'll be the winner.
Yeah. Now, let's have a look at our first product. And I'd like to bring out the Osmoco at the same time, and bring out all the different sizes. Yeah, put that up over here. Now I'm going to tell you a funny story, something that'll amaze you. Do you know what's happened is I've been inspired. This fertilizer here is inspired by Elon Musk. And what it was, I was watching TV one evening and they were talking about how Elon has got his rockets. Instead of rockets used to just go up into space and then they'd fall into the sea or whatever, and they'd be lost and wasted or fall in the desert somewhere.
Yeah. But
he's got them and he actually brings them back down and lands them again. And
that's right, reusable rockets.
And I thought that's amazing, reusable rockets. I thought, how could I do something as grand and wonderful? And I got this idea. It's a bit like Elon's reusable rocket, and what it is this is your normal fertilizer that you buy in the supermarket. And here, what happens is you use it up to it's got 700 grams in it, very good stuff, good controlled release fertilizer. But what happens is that after you've used it, you can't. It's wasted, just like the old-fashioned spaceships. They just fell in the ocean or fell in a desert. This just goes straight out. You use it up, it goes into landfill. And I had this amazing idea. What I've done is I've made this very, very high-quality packaging, and it's so high quality that you'll be able to use it for years and years and years. I reckon you'll get You get 50 or 100 refills out of this. And what you do is after you've done it, just like Elon's spaceship, it comes back to Earth. Well, after you've done it, you can bring it back to the nursery like this. Bring it back like that. Just bring it, and we've got two sizes. We've got a big size like that, if you want lots of fertilizer for your garden, and a little size for just a little bit. So we've got, and so what you do is it comes back to the nursery and we refill it. It's reusable, just like Elon's spaceship. So inspired by Elon Musk, we've got our and not only that, we've added something special, an extra little component to it. Normally when they do controlled release or slow release fertilizer is a coated fertilizer, and what it does is instead of becoming available all at once, this one here goes for 6 months, and what happens is when you use an uncontrolled fertilizer, if you get heavy rain or do a heavy bit of watering, it all becomes soluble. Suddenly the plant has too much fertilizer, and 3 weeks later the plant's like this, and it's got no fertilizer. But with controlled fertilizer, it's got the constant slight flow of fertilizer coming through all the time, and it powers the plant. It grows every single day. But what we've added to it is we've added humic acid. Now humic acid is a fabulous product. What it does is it improves your soil texture, it improves your water retention, and it releases locked up nutrients in the ground, minerals and nutrients in the ground. It releases them and they become available to the plant, and a plant sitting in soil that's rich with humic acid is stimulated by these released things, and so it improves your soil, and it's not actually fertilizer, but what it does, it makes nutrients from the soil more available to the plant and stimulates plant growth. So it stimulates your soil and it stimulates your plant growth. So this is all in here, and then we've got our reusable package which you can come back to Hello Hello and get filled up again. And not only that, with the fact that it's reusable, we only charge $10.99 per kilo. And for the refill. So the refill is only $10.99 a kilo, which makes it about half the price of the one where you throw the package away afterwards, where it goes, you throw it out in the desert or in the ocean, just like Elon's, about like the old style spaceships. So there we are. So there it is, and not only that, instead of having printing and stuff all over, which is hard to read, what you do is you scan this, and there's a fabulous video explaining all about how to use it, where to use it, and how it comes about, and about the humic acid, and it's all there with that. And that was another thing when Elon, when Elon
SpaceX?
when Elon designed his Cybertruck, he told the designers, he said it must look like the future, and that was when I designed this. I said to the staff, I said this packaging, I think that this is very sort of 60s and 70s, when they first discovered that you could print all over a package. They printed all over it, and I really don't like it. Whereas this is more like the future. You just scan it and all the information's there at your fingertips. So there it is. It's inspired again by Elon, that it must look like, this is a container for the future. It's reusable, and it's packed with lots and lots of video information. So there we are.
Yes,
and
the Cybertruck of fertilizer.
Yeah, the Cybertruck and the SpaceX of fertilizer. and at any rate, so this 1 kilo pack is $21.99. It's then $10.99 for a refill, and then we've got our 5 kilo pack, which is $69.99. So 5 kilos, which is a great price, 5 kilos of slow release fertilizer containing 8% humic acid, $69.99, and this one here is $21.99, and then you can refill either of them for $10.99 a kilo. So this would only be $55 to fill it right up and get yourself a great big load of slow release fertilizer. And I'd say most gardens could be done at least twice with this large pack. So you could get a year's fertilizing for $69.99 with most gardens. So there we are. Devotion slow release fertilizer.
All right, Tutu Many Plants lifestyle.
Yeah. Then we've got our potting mix. Now what I did was I got sick of poor quality potting mix in beautiful colourful bags. And what it is that there's so much competition, and you wouldn't believe it, but the printers charge more than $1 for a coloured bag, and then when the manufacturer buys the coloured bag, he likes to make $1 on the bag, so he charges $2, and then when the retailer goes to sell it, he puts his margin on it with some GST, and before you know it, a top quality potting mix in a nice coloured bag costs $15 or $16, even at a cheap supermarket. So what I did was I got the cheapest bag. I went to the #1 soil manufacturer in Victoria, and I said, give me top quality potting mix, but put it in the cheapest bag we can get. I can't afford any pretty. When you get it, we just stuck this on for the show, but when you get it, that's how the bag looks. This is possibly the worst looking bag on the market. But what's great is I put the best potting mix in there, and then I've made it easy. You can just drive in and toot your horn, wave your credit card, and say, chuck 10 bags in the boot, take 5 bags. You don't have to go into a store and load it up and drag it out, take it through the till and drag it all out. So, and here's the actual stuff that you get. It's good stuff.
High quality, commercial grade potting mix.
Have a look at that. That's what you get. It's a top quality potting mix. And the people that make it have a laboratory. They test each batch. It's got nutrients, it's got everything you need in it to grow whatever you want. No matter if you're going to grow some tomatoes, like it'd be time to start planting tomatoes real soon. So if you're growing some tomatoes in pots, some indoor plants, no matter what it is, it'll grow great in this. It's really good potting mix, but it's and it's top quality. It's not cheap stuff, it's not economy stuff. And it's only $9.99. If you come in here, it's $9.99 a bag. If you buy it online, it's because we've got to transport it out with our free delivery, it's $11.99. But if you come in and we have a pallet of it sitting out the front, toot your horn, we'll chuck on 2 bags, 5 bags, 10 bags, 20 bags, whatever you need for your garden project, we'll chuck it in the back. You can just sit there, wave your credit card, and away you go with the best potting mix in the worst bag in Melbourne, $9.99 a bag.
Amy B asks, hi guys, happy Friday. Is it too late to prune my fruit trees? Cold climate, high country, New South Wales.
No, get into it now.
Now's a good time?
Yeah, now's a great time.
All right, there you go, Amy. Hopefully you got to hear that.
$9.99 just in the store, right? Yeah, $9.99 in store, and what is it, $11.99 if you buy it online and get it delivered out to your place.
All right, Amy.
So if you've got a big garden project, just come in and pull up to our spot where you toot.
Yep, pull in, toot it up. Amy, hopefully you get to prune those now. Is the best time to do that, to answer that question. All right, so our Tutu Many Plants, it's a live sale. We are live, and you can purchase any of these products on our website right now at hellohelloplants.com.au. These are all available for purchase right now at these prices.
Yeah. Now here we've got soil wetter. Now you might wonder what soil wetter is. Put simply, it's an agricultural detergent. It's a high quality detergent designed for using in the soil. And what it does is it coats, you sprinkle it on, you water it in, and what it does is it coats the soil particles with detergent. And that detergent is going to last, it's going to have a half-life of a bit over a year. So it'll be effective for it'll have a good effect for a couple of years. So say you're planting some new plants and and you're going to be watering them this summer, and what's going to happen is you plant your plant, you put your devotion time release on it or a controlled release, and then you sprinkle some of this around it, and what it does is you'll notice when you and then you water it in, and then after that, whenever you put the water on there, the water, instead of pooling and running around and running off over here, the water just falls in, and then it stays in. So it falls in and it stays in, and so it's fabulous assist for planting plants. And I think that everybody planting anything anywhere new, to get it established, they should use some of our soil wetter, and so it's a product that's used extensively around the world in agricultural situations, and we package it up so that you can use it in the home garden, and there's nothing better for establishing a plant. Like when you first plant them, they don't have an extensive root system. They haven't got their roots going down down deep in the ground to get water. So the soil wetter means that every time it rains, every time you water, the water goes in better and stays longer. And it means that even if you are getting someone else to water your plants and they're not doing a great job, with soil wetter, you're probably going to get by. So
There you go.
Chris, is it okay like we use the soil weather and the devotion fertilizer together?
Yes, always, yeah. So these two go beautifully together. When I do lots and lots of garden designs, and when I'm doing garden
Hey,
designs,
you probably
I
just
tell.
need to repeat the question. Sorry.
Okay, so the question was, do we use devotion soil wetter and devotion together? Yes, the devotion fertilizer. Both of them work beautifully together. And when I do garden designs, I recommend that people establish their new garden and finish off by putting some devotion fertilizer and the soil wetter around the plant, and the soil wetter helps the moisture go in and stay in, and the devotion slow release will feed it. And feed it gently. And also your devotion fertilizer, it doesn't I don't think it causes as much pollution as your cheaper fertilizers which become available immediately, because they all end up sort of in the river or the sea, because they release immediately and they're all gone. And so it's off into the ocean or whatever, and it's not good for the environment. So anyway, and your soil wetter, nice big tub like this is $21.99. So $21.99. It's a nice big batch. This would do. Most people say planting a new front yard. If you're planting a new front yard, this would be enough to do your whole new front yard.
All right, Tutu Many Plants. Let's get into the actual plants now on this sale. All of these plants are available at hellohelloplants.com.au. Right now, there's sale prices.
Okay, so here we've got our pink diosma, and at most stores you'd be paying $14, $15 for it, and they may not even be as big and as good as these. But have a look at this here. This is a beautiful plant. Look at that, nice and big, perfect plant, and it's quite a bit cheaper than what you'd expect to pay, say, if you were going to Manning's Hardware, for instance.
Yeah, what would they cost at Manning's
I reckon
Warehouse?
somewhere between $12.19 and $14.19.
Oh yeah, wow.
And these are $10.19. Now,
Nice.
pink diosma are great. You can grow them as a hedge. You can trim them up into a beautiful ball. They're really wonderful plant. They're as tough as anything. I noticed I was out doing deliveries the other day, and I was going past petrol stations, and they had, sort of petrol stations, they just sort of abandoned some plants out the front.
Yeah.
And I noticed that the pink diosmas were doing better than anything.
Really?
Great petrol station plant. You just whack them in at the petrol station, don't garden them for the next 30 years, and they just do fantastic.
Yeah,
And,
that's incredible. You just you can neglect them and they look good. I know what you mean. I've seen them. The council uses them a lot in different developments as well.
Yeah, so if you want something, and they flower for months and months and months, they're really, really nice. And the other thing is, they have beautiful smell. Like I'm here now,
can
and
smell it from here.
the smell is lovely. So pink diosma, one of the great, fabulous plants of the world, and only $10.99.
Perfect. Grey Dog says, that's cheap, bro.
Thank you. Actually, do you know, Emlyn, that's my middle name?
What is?
Chris Cheap Lucas.
Oh. I thought you were
of
going to
people
say
don't know
Grey
that.
Dog. I thought you were going to be Grey Dog.
Yeah, Cheap, yeah. It's my middle name, Chris Cheap Lucas. Not many people know that.
All right, so these sale prices are available right now, guys. Head over to hellohelloplants.com.au. Limited quantities do apply. We have some amazing specials too when you purchase online as well. Freebies galore, which Chris will go over a bit later, but we'll go through the products.
Highly sought after. This is the compact form of your white coria or coria alba. Coria alba these days is very popular for clipping into a ball, but it tends to grow naturally into a bit of a lovely ball, lovely silver grey. And if you mix that up with some nice grasses like Tanika or something like that, really the silver grey contrasts beautifully. Here's an advanced
Giant
one.
ball.
It is a beautiful. So you could easily, I'd say in 12 months you could turn one of these into one of these. And this one here, this is what, $149, isn't it? So it's $149. And these Coria albas here, we're doing them for $16.99, which is a great price because they're an 8-inch pot, and in most nurseries they'd be selling a 6-inch pot, a fraction of this size, for $16.99. So really, it's an 8-inch pot for a 6-inch pot price, $16.99. Really, really good price. And Coria alba, great to turn into a ball, great to have as a sort of a nice, neat little shrub in amongst some native grasses like your Tanicas.
And you can see they're already shaping into those ball shapes,
Yeah.
even small ones.
Yep.
All right, get them all the hot. The Tutu Many Plants love
down
sell.
the back down there, we've got Ivei in flower. Just straight down there, I think.
Limited
And
quantities
you
to
put
apply.
that up there, but you could bring me up an Ivei in flower. Now here you've got Escalonia Ivei. Now Escalonia Ivei is, a lot of people, they come in and ask me for a hedge and they say, has it got flowers? And mostly you have to say no. But your Escalonia ovea is one of the floweriest hedges you can get. Beautiful white flowers, and I'll see if I can actually get one in and show you. But your Escalonia ovea, I love it. Dark green foliage, fast growing, tough, grows in a wide range of soils, heat, dry, frost, whatever you've got, it's going to do great. And there's the white, you can see the beautiful white flowers up there. And it's not if you wanted to grow a 3 or 4 metre hedge, you wouldn't use your Escalonia. And have a look here where it got one in flower. Look at that. So that's a bigger 12-inch pot, and I reckon they flower for 5 or 6 months of the year. They flower and flower and flower and flower, and they have a. They're great. I often, when I'm designing cottage gardens, I'll use the Escalonia ovea as my cottage style hedge, because I think with those flowers and that foliage, it's very, very cottagey. And anyway, we've got nice big 8-inch pots. That is it's nearly 3 foot tall, and it is only $16.99. So nearly 3 foot tall, $16.99. Escalonia ovea, the tough mid-sized hedge with beautiful white flowers, great for a cottage garden, a great deal at $16.99. And if I was growing a hedge, I'd probably put them 70 or 80 centimetres apart. So that would be a nice spacing for something
70
like that.
to 80, okay, and that'll give you a nice thick sort of border, will it? Okay,
Yeah.
That's a nice choice. They're good in full sun too, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, Tutu Many Plants live sale event. Get them all the hot, limited quantities applying these prices, guys.
Now here we've got the 10-inch pot Nandina Moonbay. Now there's lots of people been coming around to fix up properties and putting them on the market, and they want something that looks mature and nice, but not too big, and just, you know, for putting along a garden bed in front of the house or something like that. And your Moonbay gives you lots and lots of colour. There it is there, beautiful red leaves. So Nandina Moonbay 10-inch pot, just $39.99. Great value at $39.99. Give you a lovely, full, good look.
All right, live auction on in the background as well, guys. Good
Now
price going
Dwarf
up.
Nandina, I reckon Dwarf Nandina is one of the, next to English box, it's one of the biggest selling plants in here. At any rate, here you've got really nice ones. These will make a beautiful bushy plant in no time. Now Nandinas are great to put up the garden path, great to put along the driveway, great to put along the front fence, and they give you lots and lots of colour, lots of bright red. And in fact, I believe that your Dwarf Nandina gives you more red than any other Nandina. So your Dwarf Nandina, $4.99. Take a look at that. Take a look at $4.99. So there we are, $4.99, a really good price. So if you're looking to mass plant, do a driveway of Dwarf Nandina, if you're looking at mass planting Dwarf Nandina, $4.99 is a great starting point.
All right, excellent. Head over to hellohelloplants.com.au right now to purchase any of these products. Great prices, great deals. Live auctions also on in the background for that beautiful Japanese bonsai in a pot. And you can bid away as we work our way up to the 3 gavel strikes.
Now what we've got here is we've got lovely big pearly gates. Now pearly gates, even in a small pot, can just cost $30 or $40. We've got them in a 10-inch pot for $49.99. Nice big ones. This is a beautiful fine-leafed evergreen bush that can be clipped into a nice shape or let to grow natural, and it'll give you about 5 or 6 weeks of beautiful white blossom in the springtime. So for 5 or 6 weeks of beautiful white blossom in the springtime, pearly gates, and it's an osmanthus, and the fragrance is heavenly. Beautiful smell.
And they're
absolutely
long
wonderful.
flowering too, aren't they?
Yeah, long flowering, a good 6 weeks, and it's a lovely hardy evergreen, grow almost anywhere under almost any conditions. So a beautiful hardy evergreen, fabulous fragrance, and nice big bushy ones, 10-inch pots, $49.99.
Beautiful. Check it out in the Tutu Many Plants live sale event. Again, live auction on right now for that beautiful $799 Japanese bonsai in a pot. Current bid is $114, so it's a great value. You can have a bid now. Minimum bid is 10 cents, maximum bid $10.
Now here we've got your Oriental Pearl, and look at what your Oriental Pearl grows into a beautiful, this one here has never been trimmed. It grows into a lovely rounded low shape. Really good if you're looking for something to say a nice low hedge to grow underneath your ornamental pears or something like that. So it grows into a lovely round low mound, covered in fabulous white blossom, and a week or two from now this will be just covered in beautiful white blossom. Oriental Pearl, lovely fine foliage, tougher than tough, one of the toughest plants around. Heat, wind, frost, poor soil, drought, it takes a lot. So if you want, and it's super duper low maintenance. When I get people in for garden designs and they say, look, my number one priority is low maintenance, but I want it to look good, I use these all the time. So Oriental Pearl, 12-inch pot, $99.99.
Perfect. All right, Tim asks, how much are those winter roses, Chris?
Those winter roses, $29.99. We've got truckloads of them, all different colours. You might grab some of the different colours I've got out there for $29.99. Now here we've got your spring pearl. Now your spring pearl, very similar to Oriental Pearl, but what it is, it's not a patented plant, so it's a bit more economical. But here it is. Here's the lovely white blossom coming, and this grows into a beautiful low dome. It grows in the most beautiful low dome, and it's it's very hard to get an Oriental Pearl for under $29.90. You find here you've got your spring pearl, nice big bushy plants, 6-inch pots, $14.99. So for a nice, beautifully shaped, round Indian hawthorn, you can't go past your 6-inch pot spring pearl for $14.99. So there we are.
All right, and welcome to our live auction, guys.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Now,
We've got some more colours for the Helleborus here as well.
Yeah, so what it is, here's the colours of Helleborus, right? Now here's something that'll blow your mind. Somebody said, how much is your Helleborus?
That's right.
And do you know how much our Helleborus is? It's free. They're free. What is, you come into Hello this weekend, it won't happen any other weekend, but you come into Hello this weekend.
Yeah.
This weekend, and spend over $100 and you get one of these for free.
Yeah, or you can choose from that or a free hydrangea as well.
That's right, yeah, or a free hydrangea. Like there we are, the nice ball hydrangea, absolutely free. So we're kind of keen for your business, a bit keener than your average nursery, a bit keener than your average giant department store. So keen, in fact, that we give away, anybody spending over $100, we give them a hydrangea or a Helleborus.
Yeah, and you can get the Helleborus. You got many different colours: pink, blue, white, red. Pink, sorry. It's a red. Is it a dark red?
Yeah, and you got this beautiful pink Helleborus here. Look at this lovely one here. It's absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. And the Helleborus, the other name for a Helleborus is a winter rose. But not only that, say you came in here and you bought a whole garden lot. Say you spent $300.
Well, I was going to say, what happens if you spend over $299, Chris?
Well, if you spend over $299 on your garden project, we throw in a $100 feature tree.
Yeah,
and we
one
choose
free tree of choice, right?
Yeah, and we let you choose a sensation maple, absolutely fantastic, a Japanese flowering crabapple, a claret ash, a Japanese maple,
beautiful,
a ruby lace cladizia, beautiful purple foliage, a capital pear, a gladizia sunburst, or a weeping cherry, all valued at $99.
So
here's
a weeping cherry
here, and it's incredible. And not only that, if you're out in Curramborough or up in Ruffy or out in Seymour, not only do we, if you spend $299, not only do we chuck in a free tree, but we chuck in a free delivery.
Yeah, that's right. Free delivery, free tree. What more could you ask for? Just when you're spending over $300, isn't it? Yeah. Fantastic value. And then also, if you spend over $100 online or in store, you get one of these free hydrangea or Helleborus. So, depends on what's spent here, but we got freebies everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, crazy.
Come into Hello Hello Plants.
Yeah.
Also, we have a wonderful auction on right now for that beautiful Japanese bonsai in a pot. Do you want to just quickly talk about that again there, Chris?
All right, so what we've got is this amazing Japanese red pine. Absolutely gorgeous. It's probably somewhere between 7 and 10 years of age. It's
Yeah.
a miniature pine. We put it in the most beautiful glass-covered rustic pot, a gorgeous rustic pot. And we've got
so
some
nice,
lime
actually.
lava underneath it. It's a real, this is a Zen masterpiece. Purchase this and experience tranquility in your courtyard or deck.
Yeah, incredible. And it's valued at $799. Its current bid is only $114.
Oh no!
Can I bid on it?
No, you can't. It
My
looks
lad?
like it's going to go for next to nothing.
I'd like to get this one. It's really nice.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
All right, get
Yeah.
yourself some Zen.
Tranquility in a pot.
Tranquility in a pot, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, we'll continue with the sale, guys, but many reasons to shop at Hello Hello Plants. And not only are the deals really good, you also have these freebies and other really great offers available.
Yeah. Yeah, as you said it, we're the Temu of the nursery industry.
Yeah, we're the Tutu of plants.
Yeah, the Temu of plants. The deals have got deals. The freebies have got freebies.
That's right.
Yeah, just like Temu.
Yeah. All right. Well, welcome to our sale, guys. Limited quantities apply on these plants, the prices that is, and quantities.
Now here we've got, you've all heard of English box, but here you've got British box. And what you've got is they're 10-inch pots, they're a metre tall, and they're $30. This is the best value for money. Maybe you're fixing up a property to sell and you've got an ugly old gas meter or hot water service, you need to cover it up, and you want an evergreen and you want it cheap. Here it is, $29.99, a 1 metre tall evergreen. Buy 10 of them and we'll chuck in a free weeping cherry. And free delivery.
Wow.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, Tutu Many Plants live sale, guys. Thanks for joining us. Leave us a like, share this live while you're here.
Now here we've got a standard English box. Now you probably thought you couldn't, you go most places, your standard English box are hundreds of dollars. These are kind of little starter out ones, and in 1 year this will have a lovely bushy little head on it, but it's a starter out, it's a getting you started type of one. And this would be great. You can put these in pots at your front door, put a few flowers underneath, and they'll grow and develop. And what's great about these is the price, $39.99 for a beautiful little standard English box. So $39.99, put them in a pot, stick some flowers around the base, they're wonderful.
All right, Tutu Many Plants live sale event, guys. Get stuck into it, hellohelloplants.com.au.
So here we've got a 6-inch pot English box, and we pride ourselves on having the best price and around, and these are $4.99. So $4.99 GST inclusive. You can't even get them from a wholesaler that cheap. So $4.99, and have a look, beautiful healthy plants. Look at that, really, really healthy plants, and $4.99. So if you're planting an English box hedge, plant 5 of them to the metre. And within 12 months, some people buy tubes, but tubes, people charge $4 or $5 for a tube. Here you've got, for a tube price, you've got a beautiful little 6-inch pot, put them in 20 centimetres apart, 5 to the metre, and in 12 months' time, you'll have a beautiful little English box hedge. So you probably thought you couldn't afford an English box hedge. At $4.99, you can afford an English box hedge. And I doubt as we go into spring and stock becomes a bit more scarce that I can maintain this $4.99 price. It's an amazing price.
It's a limited time sort of offer, isn't it?
Yeah,
really?
yeah. I've got a few thousand of them, but as we
they go quick though.
As we move into spring, I don't know if I can keep it up. So there we are. So $4.99, English box, 5 to the metre. Fabulous, fantastic, one of the best deals on the go today.
I've seen like one customer ordering hundreds at a go. You know?
Oh, the people, big landscapers now come in and buy 300 and 400 at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Darlo says my English boxes are not growing much. Is there anything you could recommend to help speed up English box, or?
Yeah,
they're not the fastest of growing, are they?
Most of Victoria has got acid soil.
Yeah.
And at any rate, so English box have a little quirk to them where they're unable to process NPK or nitrogen-based, your normal fertilizers. They're
Yeah.
unable to process and utilize it without calcium.
Right.
And so what I would do is, if my English box wasn't performing in Victoria, I'd put on a really good dose of dolomite lime. Say 1
Dolomite
kilo.
lime.
Say 1 kilo of dolomite lime per metre of hedge.
Yeah.
Leave it there for a month, and then hit it with the devotion.
Devotion's after, is it? Okay, so get
Yeah.
the calcium in.
Get the calcium in,
Okay.
and what you'll find is that if your soil's acidic, you can put on as much devotion as you like, and it won't really work.
Yeah.
But get that calcium in if you're a bit acidic, and then follow up with the devotion, and you're really in business.
All right, there you go, Darlo. There's a couple of tips there for you to get those English box pumping.
Yeah, that's it.
Is that calcium there?
Yeah.
That's the brand there
Yeah.
you could potentially
Yeah.
use.
Soil
Dolomite lime.
sweetener.
What's it? Is it soil sweetener? Is it? Okay.
Yeah, soil sweetener. That's how I'm so sweet. I take I have a spoonful of this every morning. It keeps me sweet as well.
All right, beautiful. Hashtag no product placement here. Just showing you what we have, product-wise. Just not a plug for that brand. We don't. There are other brands you can get, isn't there?
What's that?
Double balls.
Oh, right. So here we
Yeah,
have.
we're on double balls. That's right.
Yeah, this is the double ball box, and what it is your single ball, like just a ball on a stick, can be a little bit boring. Everyone's got one, but not everyone's got the double ball. And so you put this in a pot, and this can fill out, and you have this ball, and then you have a stem, and then you have a ball on top. It makes a beautiful feature, and your double ball is just $2.99. This has taken years and years of trimming and shaping. I don't know how it's been done for $2.99. This would be 7 or 8 years old, and it's probably been trimmed about 37 times.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So when they buy a double ball, they get a free delivery and feature fee.
Yeah, so what happens if you buy this $299 double ball, we chuck in a free weeping cherry or one of these beautiful trees of your choice. So you can get a decision, we're chucking in a free tree. So some nurseries might charge you a couple $100 for a weeping cherry. So you kind of might think this is expensive, but you could say, well, I paid $2.99 for the weeping cherry, and I got my double balled box topiary for free.
That's right. It's a win-win, really,
Yeah.
for the customer.
And then you might even get a free delivery. So you might be living out there in Bendigo, and
Yep.
at $2.99 we'll drop it out to Bendigo, even Castlemaine, right up there, up on the
Wow.
hill in Castlemaine.
Getting right out the customer.
Yeah,
Okay.
so what can happen? You buy this $299 one,
Yeah.
get a free delivery, and get a free weeping cherry. Wow, that's amazing.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong.
Yeah.
Only as part of Hello Plants, we had a team of plants. Tutu Many Plants sale. Lots of freebies, lots of great deals here. Only at Hello Plants.
Now here's the cheapest box ball deal on the planet. What you've got here is a 12-inch Faulkner box ball for $69.99. So Faulkner box ball, $69.99. Having lovely little balls trimmed up in the garden looks fantastic. This is a beautiful ball, and I reckon with the spring growth this will almost double in size.
Yeah,
And
it
it's
looks
just-
awesome.
It's just $69.99. Grow it in a pot, grow it in the garden. These round box balls are very, very in at the moment. So,
Right.
so if you wanted to update your garden a bit or update your pots, whack in a couple of these box balls, and this is the best box ball deal around, $69.99.
Love it. Leave us a like. Share this live. Help others discover these great deals, guys. Thanks for joining us. Tutu Many Plants live sale.
Now here you've got Japanese box. Now what's great about Japanese box is Japanese box can grow 6 or 8 foot tall and get there quite quickly. And so you don't see it around much in Melbourne, but when I'm in Sydney or Adelaide, I see lots and lots of nice big tall box hedges. They look absolutely fabulous, and they're Japanese box. And Japanese
is
box
it? Okay.
has this beautiful sort of lemon lime kind of green finish. I see this beautiful lemon lime green finish. Really, really good. So Japanese box, and we've got them cheap. They're cheaper than cheap. They're $16.99. Look at that. They're about 50 centimeters tall. And if you want a fast, big box hedge, Japanese box, and a slightly different texture and a different color, Japanese box, $16.99. Plant 4 to the meter. Fantastic.
All right, check them out as part of the Tutu Many Plants live sale. Checking out borders and hedges right now, guys.
Now here we've got euonymus Tom Thumb. Now Tom Thumb is just $6.99. Now look at the big gutsy plants you get. Now Tom Thumb is really an English box substitute. It'll take a little bit of salt in the water, a little bit of salt in the soil. It'll take drought, it'll take heat, it'll take frost, and it stays green and grows twice as fast as an English box. So it's tougher than an English box and faster than an English box. Grow it into a ball, grow it into a hedge, grow it into a topiary, grow it in a pot. It's fast, it's tough, and it's greener and lush.
Is there anything it can't take, Chris?
Not really, no.
Seems like an all-rounder, very hardy.
Yeah, so $6.99. So a nice big bushy plant for $6.99.
And super fast growing too, isn't it?
Yeah. Now, if you were to transform your property, this is your box leaf privet, and this grows. The average guy when he sees this, he sees a box hedge. But what's interesting about this? If you plant this, give it plenty of water and fertilizer, you can grow a 1 metre hedge in 1 year. Plant 4 to the metre, you can grow a 2 metre hedge in 2 years, and it'll look like a beautiful box
yeah,
hedge.
like the images,
Yeah.
I think. They're about 2 metres.
Yeah.
In that, yeah.
So there you are, your ligustrum box leaf privet, $6, and so $6.99. Plant 4 to the metre, cheap, fast, a real property transformer. Grow a 1 metre hedge in 1 year.
Beautiful. All right, get them while they're hot as part of the Tutu Many Plants live sale. What was the price on those?
$6.99.
$6.99. There you go. Really good value as part of this sale.
Now, Japanese maple. You thought you couldn't afford a Japanese maple. Here we've got them bare rooted for $10.99. About 3 foot tall. You can grow them as a pot plant, grow them in the garden. You can bonsai them. Japanese maples, very, very popular, and $10.99. Best Japanese maple price in Melbourne, just $10.99. They have the beautiful fine foliage, the fabulous red autumn colour. They go in that beautiful sort of zen or great for your zen garden. They do a beautiful zen kind of a shape. Fabulous tree to have at just $10.99. Now you thought you couldn't afford a Japanese maple. Anybody can afford a Japanese maple for $10.99. So there we are. Oh, is it $9.99? So it's $9.99. Sorry,
Even
they're
better.
even cheaper than I thought. $9.99,
Yeah.
not even $10. Japanese maple, $9.99, bare rooted.
All right, welcome
now-
everyone. Yep, go.
And now is the time to get bare rooted.
Oh, it is, isn't it?
It is the time to get bare.
Yeah.
And what it is, you know that the plants just as they're starting to shift, which they're starting to shift in the next few weeks,
Yeah.
they take really, really well if you plant them out now. But it's getting towards the end of the bare root season, and like once you get into the summer season, a pot of Japanese maple, very hard to get one even under $30.
Yeah, I was going to say probably like $49.99 for a pot of one.
That's right.
Generally, yeah.
Yeah, but right now, $9.99.
That's right. All right, Tutu Many Plants live sale event. Check them out. Head over to hellohelloplants.com.au. Purchase yours today.
So here we've got a ponytail palm. Now these are a beautiful little palm tree, and they're versatile. You can grow these indoors, you can grow them outdoors, you can grow them in a pot by the pool. And what's good is they don't grow too big, they don't grow too quick. They get a beautiful, interesting, fat little stump on them. It looks really good as they get older. And the 12-inch pot is reduced from $139.99 to $99.99. So that's a great price.
Yeah, very good value indeed. Live auction happening in the background
Now,
too,
what
folks.
you'll find, if you're a bit of a terror, and you don't water your pot plants and they keel over and turn brown and look terrible, this is a great pot plant. I've got these in my garden and I forget to water them. I kind of think, oh, I'm a bit busy at the moment, I won't water them now, and I won't, and they go for weeks without getting watered. And so, as a pot plant out on the patio or out on the deck, if you're a bit lazy about watering like I am, these are fantastic. So really, really tough. And like for $99, get a nice pot, and you've got a beautiful combo for just $99.
All right, welcome
They're
to
really
the
good,
sale.
these
Tutu
ones
Many
here.
Plants live sale event. Get yours while they're hot on the sale, guys.
Yeah, so here we are, the Illawarra flame tree in a 12-inch pot. This, you know, it won't be long and this will be having beautiful red flowers. This is a beautiful, and what's interesting with global warming, these do fabulously in Melbourne. I see them all around the place. They'll start flowering around Melbourne at Christmas time. You've got this beautiful sort of maple-like leaf, and these are big, and they're well on their way. They make a lovely spreading shade tree. They're an Australian native. It's an Illawarra flame tree in a 12-inch pot, and it's just, you'd expect to pay $200 for something like that, but this is $99.99. So $99 gets you the Illawarra flame tree.
Fantastic.
Look at the
finds
luscious
here,
foliage.
guys.
Here we are.
Tutu Many Plants live sale event, live auction happening in the background too, guys. If you want to join in, you can. Head over to hellohelloplants.com.au. Click the live auction tab and you'll be taken to bid on that amazing Japanese bonsai in a pot valued at $799.
Look at these beautiful pink flowers we see up on the screen here. I think one of the most beautiful pinks you'll ever see is the pink on a pink dogwood. Like they have just gorgeous, it's sort of soft and rich at the same time. It's a beautiful pink flower and lovely foliage. They flower as you're approaching Christmas, November, December. They come into leaf and then the flowers occur all along the tops of the branches. It's one of the most beautiful flowering trees you can have. It loves a bit of a sheltered spot. It'll grow in the shade. They kind of want to be out of, in Australia, they kind of want to be out of the hot afternoon sun. And I've actually been, they grow wild in Florida. And I've been where they, I've been where they grow wild. Yeah. And they grow kind of in
patches or
as an understory in a forest.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're kind of a sub-forest species. They grow wild in like the Carolinas right down to Florida.
Yeah.
And so basically they like well-drained soil, but they really like to be out of the really hot afternoon sun. So if you've got on the eastern front of your house or something like that, dig up some nice soil and plant a dogwood. They are exquisite. They're beautiful flowers.
Really beautiful.
And this one here is only, the Radiant Rose is only $99.99. So $99.99, fabulous price for a dogwood.
Yep, reduced from $130 too. Yeah. So if you want to get those, limited quantities apply on those prices, head over to the sale at hellohelloplants.com.au.
So here we've got an African milk tree cactus, and it's a big, sexy cactus. So, and what's interesting with this one here, if you put this outside in Melbourne in the winter, you'll kill the poor bugger.
You'll kill it, will you?
Yeah.
Really? It's too cold?
Yeah, so where it wants to be is you can bring it indoors. Put it sort of in a nice, where you've got a nice bright window or something like that. Put it in the al fresco. I reckon this would look good beside the bar. Or what you do is put it on the coffee table and then sort of tune in to a good Clint Eastwood Western. and really...
it's got that vibe, doesn't it?
Yeah, and really feel like you're out there in the Wild West.
What do people do with them, do you think, that makes them like not survive? They water them too much?
Oh, no, the cold.
The cold, okay.
The cold. Melbourne's a bit too cold in the winter.
Okay. So as long as they're protected, they'll be okay in Melbourne? Or? Yeah.
So what I'm saying is grow it under, if you've got some laser light out the back of the house, if you've got an al fresco area, inside the house in a nice bright window or something like that, fabulous.
Yeah.
They like a bit of warmth and not too much water. So Melbourne's a bit too cold and a bit too wet for these to go outdoors. So, but you can have lots of fun with these. You can get that, you can change the feel. Imagine one of these beside the bar in your house and you be pouring a couple of tequilas. Fabulous. So there we are. And milk cactus, 12-inch pot, and it's just $99.99. It's a kind of a sculptural masterpiece for just $99.99.
All right, Tutu Many Plants live sale event. Welcome, and limited quantities do apply on these products here today.
So here we've got your crocus palm in an 8-inch pot, and Did you know that Cocos Islands are actually a part of Australia?
Really?
Yeah.
Where are they?
I think they're about 1,000 miles out west from Western Australia, and evidently
Oh,
back
that's right,
in the
yeah.
70s, we purchased it from some old bloke that was running a little kind of a kingdom out there.
Yeah, no, I remember looking at this. Yeah,
Yeah.
a remote Australian territory in the Indian Ocean.
Yeah, and so it's part of Australia. So Cocos Islands, the Cocos Island palm tree is actually native. It's native to Australia.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's true, actually.
Yeah.
We've got the cocos palms up there. Haven't we?
Yeah, and what's interesting is that the climate out there in Cocos Island is almost equatorial. It's really, and what's amazing about it is that if you were out in Shepparton and you bung one of these out in the paddock, it'll take the dry, it'll take the heat, it'll take the clay, and it'll take the frost, whereas a lot of palm trees will just give up and die.
Wow, and these
So-
grow all over Melbourne, don't they? These
They
palms,
grow all
yeah.
over Melbourne, they grow all over Sydney, they grow all over everywhere, but they're really tough, and I'm always amazed at the fact that they come from this beautiful tropical wonderland,
Yeah.
and they do so well almost anywhere in Victoria. Like when I've got people coming in here and they're living in cold, frosty country, well, I'm pretty careful about which palm to sell them because, you know, some palms are not going to do too good at all.
Yeah.
But your Cocos Island palm, you can sell it to people. As long as they give it a bit of a drink to get started, it'll grow almost anywhere in Victoria.
Incredible.
And so your Cocos Island palm, 8-inch pot, just $34.99.
Yeah, beautiful palm to have. Get yours today at the Tutu Many Plants live sale event, guys.
And here we've got a Mexican palm, a Washington palm. Now, Washington palm is an interesting palm for Victorians because what it is that this is native to Palm Springs, which is out west of Los Angeles, and the climate there is very hot in the summer. I went out to Palm Springs one day and it was 55 degrees. And
Wow.
and
Cook an egg on that.
but they also, it was 55 degrees. But in Palm Springs, the minimum temperature in winter is probably -16. So basically, you can grow these anywhere in Victoria. They'll take our summer heat, and they'll take our dry, and they'll take our poor soils, and they'll take the worst frost you can dish up in Victoria. So this is a palm tree that could be grown anywhere in Victoria. And what does it do? It gives you the Palm Springs look is very much all about the Washington palm. That's good. And so basically, the Palm Springs look is a beautiful look. It's where the movie stars all have their country escapes, and so get that Palm Springs look with a tough palm tree that's going to do well outdoors in Melbourne, and a 12-inch pot is just $69.99, which is dirt cheap. So $69.99 for a beautiful big 12-inch. Get you started, and what you'll find with your Washington palm is if you give it plenty of water, it grows like crazy, and if you don't give it any water, it'll survive. It'll take masses of water down to masses of drought.
Okay, thank you, Chris, for next item.
So here we've got
Our hydrangea.
hydrangea, macrophylla blue, macrophylla pink, and macrophylla red. So these are your ball hydrangeas, and we've got them in blue, we've got them in pink, and we've got them in red. And these, in an 8-inch pot, most nurseries are charging around $50. We've got them virtually half price at $29.99. And again, this is not going to last. Pretty soon we'll have the more expensive. We'll run out of these cheap ones. We've nearly cleared this poor grower out, but right now, beautiful big hydrangeas. These are these are big hydrangeas. They're ready to flower this summer. They're some of the more mature 8-inch pots that you'd find on the market anywhere, and they're just $29.99. So choose from red, blue, and pink hydrangeas, $29.99. Beautiful big plants. Have a close look at this beautiful red hydrangea here. Look what you get here for $29.99. Look at that. Potentially that could have 2 or 3 nice flowers on it this year, maybe a dozen flowers next year. So These are your ball hydrangea, your macrophylla hydrangea, $29.99.
Or you can spend 100 and get it free.
That's right. If you
That's
bought 10 of these, say you lived up there in Castlemaine, you bought 10 of these, you could have a free delivery and a free weeping cherry to grow over the top and shade them. Or some other free tree. So we're chucking the free tree. Like a sensation maple for free.
Someone's asking, does the temperature change the colors or does it have to be genetically modified?
No, the temperature doesn't. What controls the colour of a hydrangea is the pH.
Right.
And pH is the absence of lime, so it's acidic, or
Yeah.
or alkaline where you've got lots of lime.
Yeah.
And so say you got a blue one and you
Yeah.
give it heaps and heaps of lime, it'll turn red.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
So okay, there you go. I love your informational live and very informative videos. Yeah, you're welcome from H to Z. They
Thank
also
you.
had another question. Does a native tree regenerate its own soil? A native tree regenerating.
Yeah, they do. Like, yeah. Do you
How's that like?
remember we lived at Mount Dandenong and there was that big forest above us?
Yeah,
Well,
it was all eucalyptus and stuff.
It was
wasn't
eucalyptus forest. At any rate, what used to happen, I used to slash the grass in there,
Yeah.
but I never cleaned up the leaves or the branches or the bark. I just
Yeah.
used to break it up with the
Oh,
slasher.
yeah.
And then the guy over the road, every week he would rake up all the leaves and everything and all the bark and all of the sticks and everything and burn them, have a nice little fire, lovely smelling fire and everything like that.
Eucalyptus
And then
fire.
all these gum trees started dying and falling over. And that's because they actually need, all that stuff that they drop needs to rot and kind
Oh
of,
wow, they need it.
yeah. Do you remember the trees
Yeah.
used to fall on his house?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was because he used to.
How come I'm only finding out about this now? It's so
Well,
funny.
you were young. I never talked to you about it, but I really realised because on one side of the road where
Yeah.
I looked after the forest,
Yeah.
I had to slash it to stop bushfires and stuff, and so people could walk through it.
Yeah.
But I never cleaned it up. I never. So all the bark and it was when you walked through it, there was bark and sticks and rubbish and leaves
Yeah.
everywhere, wasn't there?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
It's like
that-
all the rotting sort of branches and
Yeah.
sticks were there. Yeah.
There was a whole layer of rotting stuff there,
Yeah.
and the gum trees on that side were healthy. And when
They
the big
loved it,
winds,
yeah.
when the big winds came, they never blew
They
over.
were strong, weren't they? They were
Yeah.
big and strong. Yeah.
So that's an answer to that person's question, because what it is that the chap who raked it up and burnt it every week
And cleaned it up. Yeah.
there was nothing rotting there, and they used up everything that they had. They dropped the stuff down to feed them. They dropped their food down,
Yeah.
and then it got burnt.
Yeah.
And then his trees just started to fall over.
Yeah, I remember that. It's wild. Well, there you go. From HZ, very interesting. Yeah.
So yes, the answer
Yes
is yes.
is the answer.
If you leave the rubbish fall under the tree, or put stuff from the, trimmings and things all crushed up and rotting under the tree,
That
it'll
helps
keep the
it.
tree healthy. They need it.
Yeah.
They want it. They must have
Awesome
it.
question.
Now, look at the flowers coming on this. Yeah, and here's the flower here. Now this is a really interesting plant. This is called a sea lavender, and it's really, apart from being blue, it's got nothing to do with lavender, but it does do well near the sea. It does well almost anywhere,
Wow,
in fact. But what's great about this is that once it gets going, like it's sort of end of winter now, and there's all flower shoots coming on these, but once these get going, they flower 365 days of the year. They're blue flowers. You can cut them and use them as a cut flower. You can cut them and hang them in bunches and dry them and turn them into the most beautiful dried flower. Lovely foliage, and they're tough. Like when I go down Werribee Way, they've got whole roundabouts done with them. You go around the roundabout, and they look fantastic, and they're flowering all year round. And I love the foliage. I love the flowers. They're really tough and easy to grow. And this is a really good plant to mass plant. So if you had an area like out on the nature strip, some big area, and you wanted to make it spectacular, you could mix something like this with some grasses or something like that, make a spectacular
I think
area.
they've gone a bit in vogue, haven't they? Because I've seen them in like Moonee Ponds and Flemington and stuff.
Yeah,
now,
they are getting a bit trendy. You're seeing them in the posher suburbs these days.
Yeah.
So it's anyway, sea lavender, most stores 15, 16 bucks, because they are a little hard to grow. We've got them for $8.99. So $8.99, you can afford to mass plant them. Plant a dozen of them, create a real impact in your garden. Put them in your cottage garden, put them in your modern garden. They're terrific. Sea lavenders, $8.99.
Yeah, get them while they're hot. And
Look at the beautiful blue flower. No, there we are.
No, yeah, there you go. Tutu Many Plants sale. And Tatiana is currently the highest bidder of that Japanese bonsai in a pot. Beautiful product there. Valued at $799, and the current bid is only $166.50. I wish I could bid on this. It's a very cheap price for what is an incredible.
I wish
rare,
a few more
specimen.
people would bid on it. I feel like I'm going to lose my shirt on this one.
Yeah, well, there are a few people bidding on it, but the price is just so low. It's fantastic for those people who are bidding on it.
It's not so fantastic for me, but
All right,
Anyway.
Too Many Plants. Yeah, let's continue.
so there we are. Magnolia Burgundy Star. This has beautiful big burgundy. In fact, there's a flower coming now. Look at this little flower emerging here. Look at that. Look at this fabulous little emergence here. I reckon by this afternoon, if you popped in here this afternoon to buy this one, it would be in flower by late this afternoon. So there we are. Burgundy Star has a beautiful burgundy flower with a sort of a lovely star formation. Grows into a nice medium-sized tree, and it flowers with no foliage on it, and then the foliage comes later. So it's a very spectacular flowering tree. There's what the blooms look like there. So it's a spectacular flowering tree. It's a rare grafted one. Normally it'd be hard to get one for under $100, and we've got it $59.99. Very cheap. $59.99 for a grafted Burgundy Star magnolia. One of the most sought after magnolias.
Get yours today at a fantastic price on the Tutu Many Plants live sale events.
Now, where you're at the moment, you're at our Too Many Plant sale. And what we've done is we've gone out to the growers. We've got some fabulous deals like these beautiful magnolias here. The early pink magnolia is just $39.99. And I'll tell you about that in a minute.
Yeah.
But if you come in this weekend and you spend over $100, we chuck in a beautiful hydrangea or a Helioborus, so a beautiful hydrangea or Helioborus. Spend $299, you've got a free delivery and a free weeping cherry. And not just any weeping cherry, but a really decent weeping cherry. So they're a fabulous weeping cherry for free.
Well, you can choose from 8 tree options these days.
Yeah, that's right. You've got 8 tree options. We chuck it. So you come in, do your garden project, spend $299, and we'll chuck in the feature tree. You get a sunburst gladitsia, a claret ash, a Japanese flowering crabapple, a sensation maple, a Japanese maple, a capital pear. We chuck in. So
One choice, yeah.
No other nursery does it. $299. You've got a free delivery and you've got a free tree, including the possibility of a free weeping cherry.
Nice. And Lily the Grey Tabby Cat says, just picked up a magnolia, so excited.
Oh, great. Yeah, so right now what you've got here is the early pink magnolia. Now the early pink magnolia, if you want to be the person that has the first magnolia blooms, if you want to be the person with the first magnolia blooms in your street, in your suburb, you get the early pink. The early pink is the first one to come. And these ones are cutting grown from a true early pink magnolia. And they have beautiful big pink flowers, and they have them first. So you'll be the first in your street with early pink magnolia. And these are cutting grown. They'll be flowering by next spring. And they're nice and big. They're over 1 metre tall, and they're just $39.99. So $39.99 for an early pink magnolia.
And Lily, drop us a comment on which magnolia you got. Curious to see if it's one of these that we're showing on the show here.
Now here we've got Princess Cleopatra. Now Princess Cleopatra, beautiful fragrant flowers, white with a hint of sort of mauvey pink, and just $34.99 for a nice big bushy 8-inch pot. These are good to grow as a hedge, grow as a specimen, grow as a pot plant. They're a magnolia that doesn't grow too big. So Magnolia Cleopatra, $34.99. Hardy, evergreen, grow it almost anywhere. $34.99. Great price for Princess Cleopatra.
All right, check it out in the Tutu Many Plants live sale event. Get your magnolias here at great prices.
Now, I checked it out at Manning's Hardware. I think a potted iceberg rose was $64. Was that right? Wasn't it, Emily?
What was it again?
Manning's Hardware. Potted.
For the potted one, it was $49.99, I think.
Was it $49.99?
Yeah.
And that, you know, that's a good price, $49.99. They've obviously got slim margins and they're doing it tough there. But we've got them for, how much have we got them for? We've got them for $19.99. Right. So $19.99 and $49.99 is a good price. But $19.99 is unreal. It's amazing. And if you came down here and you bought 5 of these, we'd chuck in a free Helleborus or a free hydrangea. So you'd buy 5 of these and you get a free Helleborus or a free hydrangea. Incredible, $19.99. Check out the internet. Best price in Melbourne this weekend. So if you're thinking iceberg roses, think hello, think Tutu Many Plants.
All right, check it out as part of our sale. And we have a live auction happening in the background for the Japanese Bonsai in a pot. People bidding away. 30 minutes to go till the hammer starts to come down.
Yeah. So here we've got a garden classic. This is your Congo lilac. Your Congo is the darkest lilac that money can buy. Beautiful dark purple flowers. And I actually believe that the darker purple flowers last longer than the lighter coloured flowers. So you get a longer flowering with your Congo. You get beautiful fragrance. You get a lovely big bush or small tree. Fabulous thing to have. Congo lilac. And fabulous price. Most places you're paying $60-$70 for something like that. Here you got $29.99. Put you in a Congo lilac in the garden. Put it in your cottage garden. Put it in your traditional garden. Put it in your classic garden. Congo lilac, $29.99.
Yep, perfect. Check it out as part of this Tutu Many Plants live sale, guys. These prices don't last and are limited.
Yeah. Now, what's a really popular garden these days is your green and white garden. So if you want to put a lilac in your green and white garden, you go for Cora brand. So Cora brand, pure, gorgeous, soft, fragrant white flowers. And it'll be covered in beautiful white flowers, beautiful lilac. And Cora brand is just $29.99. Anywhere else, $59, $69, whatever. But here you've got Cora brand for $29.99. Your green and white, your classic plant, green and white. Beautiful, great for your Hamptons garden. Cora brand, $29.99.
All right, get your Cora Brown green and white Hampton style garden with these beautiful lilacs, guys. Excellent prices.
Yeah, so here you've got your sweetheart lilac. There's sweetheart lilac, pink buds, white flowers. So you get this lovely blend of pinks and whites. Beautiful blend of pinks and whites. There's nothing else like it. It's called Sweetheart. It's a gorgeous lilac. Look at those pink buds and white flowers. Absolutely gorgeous. And just $29.99. And you can have a Sweetheart lilac looking fabulous in your cottage garden, your classic garden, your traditional garden. Beautiful big bush or small tree.
All right, live auction ending soon too, folks. 29 minutes to go.
Now, do you know the best soup I've ever had is chestnut soup? Now, chestnut soup, absolutely fabulous.
Really?
And there'd be nothing like growing your own chestnuts and having fresh chestnut soup. And here you've got April Gold chestnut, and it's only $59.99. This is a grafted chestnut, beautiful. You've got those big cones turn golden in April, and not long later the nuts fall, and you can gather them up. There's nothing like gathering up the beautiful fresh chestnuts, maybe roasting them on the fire, but probably even better, there's almost nothing better than your chestnut soup, and your chestnut soup is just $69.99.
That sounds interesting. Is it like a sweet sort of soup, is it?
Yeah, it's sweet and nutty.
Interesting.
Sweet and nutty.
And do they do it creamy? Is it like...
You pop, what's that? No.
Not a dessert, yeah. Savoury.
But it's a little bit sweet, a little bit nutty. You use a bit of onion in it and some cream and some chestnuts.
Sounds unreal.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
Jen says, I want to know about orchids. We don't have any in the sale, do
No,
we?
no orchids in the sale, but I'll work on it, okay?
All right, there you go,
Yeah.
Jen. Just stick around for the next live sale, and Chris
Yeah.
will work on it.
So here you've got the Wandilligong Wonder. The Wandilligong Wonder is a legendary tree, a massive tree growing in Wandilligong. Wandilligong is just out the back of Bright, and it's growing in the valley there, and it's reputed to produce 1 ton of nuts a year. It's a big
Wow.
old tree, 1 ton of nuts a year, fabulous old, and it's the Wandilligong Wonder, and it's just $59.99, and they're big nuts, they're beautiful nuts. So there it is, Wandilligong Wonder.
And good for chestnut soup as well.
Oh, fabulous for chestnut soup.
Perfecto. Tutu Many Plants live sale. Check out the Wandilligong Wonder Chestnut as part of this sale. hellohelloplants.com.au. Click on the live tab to. Oh, our camera's gone down.
Hicks Fancy Mulberry.
That's exciting.
Now here we've got Hicks Fancy Mulberry. Now Hicks Fancy Mulberry,
exciting for the
it
viewers.
grows like crazy, and I've seen one of these. It was 3 years old from something like this, and it was about 3 meters tall, and it was about 2 meters wide, and it was just covered in beautiful, big, dark, reddy black berries that tasted terrific. You can make mulberry pie, you can make mulberry jam, mulberry dessert, or you can just sit there under the tree and just eat mulberries.
Sounds good.
And they're rather like a blackberry with no prickles. So you've got no prickles. They're on a tree. They're easy to eat. And what's interesting is that they have beautiful big leaves. And your mulberry is just a very attractive tree. It's good enough. Like a lot of fruit trees, are a bit ugly, and you need to put them in the backyard. But your mulberry is good enough looking to go in the front yard. So there you are. Your Hicks Fancy mulberry, just $89.99.
Yeah, they're super prolific as well, aren't they?
Yeah, they produce fruit very freely.
From H to Z says, how does one harvest them? I think that was about the chestnuts. You wait until autumn, isn't it?
Yeah,
just
they
pick 'em
fall, and you just go out there and
We used to do it as kids.
yeah,
Like, I
you
remember.
tread on the husks and the nuts pop out, or you can rake up a big heap and beat them with a shovel or something like that, and separate, and then shake them on a bit of cloth and separate all the nuts.
Yeah, that's it. Ali also asks, do lilacs have to have full sun? I have a spot in my garden, however, it only gets afternoon full sun. Would that be enough?
I think a half-day sun would be more than adequate.
Half day sun more than adequate. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Now here you've got your King Billy plum. Your King Billy plum is a great big European plum. It's a very prolific plum tree. If you want to make plum jam, plum preserves, eat stewed plums for breakfast. When I was a kid, when it was plum season, instead of having milk on our wheat bix, we used to have plums, boiled plums with the juice and the fruit mixed together. And then a splash of cream on top. Life was tough.
Wow, that
Back in
sounds
the
pretty
old
tough,
days.
yeah.
And actually, it was a wheat bix.
Post-war desserts.
Yeah, we'd have cornflakes and stewed plums, and then we had a house cow. We had a splash of fresh cream on top.
That sounds very tough. Tough life indeed.
Doing it tough as a kid, yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, so there,
And that
King
was
Billy,
with that King Billy plum, was
King
it?
Billy plum, just $99.99. Now I wonder if this is a dwarf plum. No, it's a fruiting plum. There we are. So a King Billy plum, $99.99. There we are.
All right, Tutu Many Plants live sale event, guys. The auction goes live in 24 minutes. We might not reach it in time. Chris, you might have to speed up just a little bit.
Okay,
Get
I'll
through
rip
the
into it.
products. Yeah.
Now here we've got a dwarf peach. It's a Noonan. Now a Noonan is a yellow fleshed peach. Now yellow fleshed peaches have more, not as sweet as your white peach, but more richer flavour. And they're also good for stewing and preserving because the flesh is sort of stronger and it doesn't disintegrate and turn into sort of mush. So if you want a peach with a rich flavour to eat straight off the tree, and good for cooking and good for preserving, a Noonan peach, you can't go wrong. Now this is a dwarf peach. It's only going to grow about 3 meters tall. It's going to produce truckloads of peaches. Be a wonderful peach to have, and it's just $99 for your Noonan peach.
All right, check it out.
As the white peach, is that mean if the peach is white color, then
Oh no, when I'm talking, what it is, most peaches have got a red furry outside, but when you bite into them, some peaches are yellow, and they have a beautiful, rich, peachy flavour, but not as sweet. And some peaches are white, and they sort of taste like sugar with not much flavour. And
What was
some
the
people,
question though? What was the question?
what is should
You
I ask
gotta
you about
ask
red
it
or
into
white
the
ones?
mic,
I was talking about red or white peach.
I'm asking because just now Chris mentioned that it's not sweet as the white peach. So is that mean that the white color one is like more sweet than the yellow color one?
Oh,
and
cool.
Chris is trying to explain this.
Yeah, cool. We just
Yeah.
didn't hear it, so I wasn't.
Yeah, what
cool.
is, I'm kind of not explaining. Nearly all peaches are red on the outside,
Yeah.
but when you bite into them, there's yellow ones and white ones, and the yellow ones are the best ones for preserving. And I love the flavour of the yellow ones. It's a richer, not a sweet flavour, and the white ones are sort of a sort of more zingy, sugary,
Watery sort of thing.
sweet flavour. Not
Okay.
really watery, but kind of that doesn't have the rich peach flavour.
All right, there you go, guys. Who knew you'd watch a live and learn about nectarines?
Yeah. Now
Different
here
flavours.
we've got a nectarine, and this is a royal gem. Again, a yellow flesh, which gives you the not so sweet, richer flavour, and it has smooth skin. And this is a dwarf royal gem, and it's just $99.99. And nectarines grow like crazy, but this is dwarf, so it won't grow too big. But it grows like crazy, it produces lots of fruit very, very quickly. So a dwarf royal gem, just $99.99.
All right, guys, welcome to the Tutu Many Plants live sale event. Thanks so much for joining us.
Now here we've got a sunset super dwarf. Now this super dwarf, say you lived in a unit and you've just got a little deck out, a little nice sunny little deck, and you want to have a fruit tree, but you don't want to grow too big. You could consider this super dwarf. You could grow this in a half wine barrel. It's probably going to only grow about 1.5 metres tall, grow really thick and bushy. Half wine barrel, 1.5 metres tall, and so your super dwarf peach is just $99.99.
And Greg Dog says you should stream on YouTube as well. Chris.
Okay.
Yeah, we are streaming. I thought you'd know the answer. No, we are on YouTube as well. And then from H to Z says, could white nectarines be used to be converted into sugar?
Yeah.
You could, couldn't you?
Yeah.
You could get that sort of fruit sugar.
Yeah, they're very sugary, yeah. So here you've got Josephine de Marlins. So the Josephine pear, 12-inch pot. This is a dwarf one. Some pear trees grow too big. This is a dwarf pear. It's never going to get too big. Just $99.99 for a Josephine pear.
Yeah, that's a very popular one. Yeah, from H to Z, I mean, it can break into carbs, so how could you preserve into just its sugars?
Getting a bit too technical
Yeah, it might be
for me.
too technical. It might be. That's good. You stumped Chris with that one. That's
Yeah.
like a chemical sort of question, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like chemical
chemistry.
sciences. But
Yeah.
surely you could do it. Yeah.
So Agapanthus tall blue. This is a real Aussie classic. This is going to grow. It's going to have those, the flower spikes will come up about 1.2 metres tall, have a big round blue head on it, and they're tough. This is tough. If you've got a beach house, a petrol station, a farm, you want to stick something out there that's green all year round. You don't have to water it. You don't have to worry about it. You want to come down at Christmas time and see these beautiful blue flowers. There it is, Agapanthus tall blue, and these are just $22.99.
Great. Right, Tutu Many Plants live sale. We're down to our last 26 items now.
Now here we've got your Tapuna Rock Lily for just $7.99. So Tapuna Rock Lily, $7.99 for Tapuna Rock Lily. Tapuna Rock Lily, great for a modern style garden, great for something bushy and green to have in the shade. Beautiful modern style green leaves, looks great all year round. And then in springtime you get this beautiful blaze of white lily flowers. So there it is there, a gorgeous plant in the summertime. We've got them nice and cheap at the moment. Normally you can't get them for under $16. These are just $7.99. So $7.99 for the Tapuna Rock Lily.
All right, perfect. Check it out as part of the Tutu Many Plants live sale events.
So here you've got Carrick's Frosted Curls. This is great for mass planting. It's great for a modern style garden. It's a really very smart. So Carrick's Frosted Curls is just $9.99. Nice big bushy plants. I'll get one out for you to show you. Have a close look. And this is natural, like they've got that lovely sort of silvery look to them. It's kind of like the blonde, it's like a blonde grass. So there we are, Carrick's Frosted Curls. Most stores are charging $12.99. We've got them for $9.99.
All right, here you go, Chris. Get you through that last section with the gavel striking.
Right, that's what I need. I need
a bit of caffeine.
a chocolate Bicky.
Get you through the auction, which is coming up shortly, guys. 17 minutes to go. And now the viewers on the auction page can see the live, Chris, happening.
Wow.
Yeah. So they can watch it all happening live.
Now here you've got orange sedge. Now if you live in a cold, frosty area, this turns the most beautiful, gorgeous orange in the winter. And when I do winter gardens for people, I love to use the orange sedge. It does do best in people with frostier and colder areas. But even in Melbourne, it'll get a nice orange twang to it in the winter. It has the orange twang all year round, but it gets much more intense in the colder parts of winter. And this is a hardy grass that doesn't grow too big, and it adds an interesting accent to your garden. And your orange sedge is just $9.99, so $9.99.
All right, beautiful.
Sedge.
And also, when it gets colder, it gets that more beautiful, brilliant orange on
Yeah.
it, right? Yeah. Do they grow? Where do they grow naturally? Are they growing up in the high grounds in Victoria? Or?
I reckon somewhere else in the world. I don't think they're Australian.
Okay, fair enough. All right, tell us about this next one here on the Tutu Many Plants live sale event.
So here we have it. The Spider-Man of the plant world. This is called spider grass. Now what your spider grass does, there it is there, is your spider grass is really tough. You can grow it outside, grow it as a ground cover. We did a beautiful video about it recently where it was used as a ground cover.
Someone's backyard, that's right.
Yep. So grow it as a ground cover, grow it in the shade, grow it in the sun, put it in a hanging basket, shade or sun, indoors or outdoors. I went to a restaurant once and they had these beautiful little wooden tables around the edge of the restaurant, and they had these, and these what they do, and they had these, and they had long branches cascading right down to the floor of the restaurant, covered in little babies, and the little babies look a little bit like spiders on a spider web, which is how it gets its name, spider.
Really?
So, yeah.
That's right. When they're coming off, that's
Yeah.
right.
And so, and once you get a nice big one of these, you'll never be short of spider grass. So when your friend comes around and says, "Oh, I love your spider grass in that hanging basket or the pot or whatever," you say, "Oh, look, I'll just break a piece off for you," and they take it home and they plant it.
And also fantastic for mold killing. These have something in them that actually breaks down mold if you have it in your bathrooms or.
Yeah. So they're an air cleaner.
Cleaner.
They'll get rid of the smells and clean the air up and get rid of the mold. And you can grow them so indoors in quite a dark room. They'll do fine. So very versatile. Grow them to have them inside, have them outside. Wonderful plant, and they're different. They're different to the back in the 70s. There was a type of spider grass on the market that everybody had. Everybody had 3 of them back in the 70s, but this is a more modern one. It's actually better looking.
Yeah, it's a nicer looking variant, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a nicer variant. So there we are, spider grass, and we do them cheap. So your spider grass is, where is your spider grass? $8.99 for spider grass.
And Disney has said they'd like to partner up with us, Chris, to promote their new Spider-Man movie with those plants.
Oh, good. Spider grass, spider grass. What's the next line of that?
I don't know. I can't remember. I can only remember the Batman song, the old Batman one. Anyway,
it was Spider-Man.
Remember the old Batman, the 60s Batman song? Yeah. Anyway, that was a good track.
So here we've got wild iris. Now, wild iris, a lot of people say there's nothing tougher than agapanthus. There is. These come from Africa, and they have the most beautiful white flowers. They flower for 5 months of the year. white with a little bit of purple, a bit of yellow on it. They're lovely foliage. I think nicer than your agapanthus. And they flower for 5 or 6 months of year, and they're great for putting out the driveway because the leaves don't flop over. They stand up, so they're fabulous for mass planting.
Yeah.
They're really, really tough. You don't really have to, once they're established, you don't have to water them or look after them. And your Dioides wild iris, just $10.99 for a nice big 6-inch pot. So nice and gutsy, big, $10.99.
Yep, check them out as part of the Tutu Many Plants live sale event as we check out the hottest items here this week. Checking out grasses and borders right now.
Now here you've got your Beyond Blue. Now your Beyond Blue is there's lots of blue fescues on the market, but a lot of them are just grown from seed, and they look good when you buy them, but after a year or so they look terrible. But your Beyond Blue's the best one on the market. It stays nice and blue. There it is there, lovely and blue. It doesn't grow too big, it doesn't get too shaggy, it doesn't get floppy or anything like that. It doesn't seed too much, so it's a very, very good. So if you want to do a border or a mass planting with blue fescue, Beyond Blue is the blue to have. So there it is, Beyond Blue, just $12.99. Is that right?
All right, and for those of you watching us 12 minutes ago until the auction starts, timer at 0, bidding is still open. Auction ends only when Chris strikes the gavel 3 times to the top bidder. Current bid on that $799 Japanese Bonsai in a pot is only 197 bucks. Get in there, start bidding on the live sale right now.
It's a $799, it's an $800 product.
Piece, yeah, going for about a quarter of the, or less than a quarter of the price at the moment, yeah.
Yeah, I think somebody's going to have some fun. Somebody's tranquility in a pot on the cheap.
That's right. Get it while it's hot. Tutu Many Plants live sale event. Let's check out the next item, Chris.
Okay, here we are. Giant Bird of Paradise, the world's most versatile plant, and these are the nicest ones I've ever had. These are 8-inch pots, and they're perfect for it. Like, this would be the sort of thing, it's $29.99. You could buy one of these for Father's Day. I reckon your dad would be wrapped if he got one of these.
When is Father's Day? It's soon, isn't it?
And so say your dad's an accountant or something like that,
yeah,
you could put one of these in a nice pot in his office.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And it would remind him of his last Bali holiday. Give him that tropical feel. Or you could put it out beside the pool. I reckon great Father's Day present, $29.99. Like on TV, they're advertising a large piece of plastic to stop your car from getting bogged. I reckon your dad's going to be, don't buy that big bit of orange plastic that they're advertising on TV. Buy a giant Bird of Paradise, and he'll put it in his office. Think of Bali every time think of you and think of Bali every time he looks at it. So a great Father's Day present for just $29.99. So you were wondering what to buy Dad for Father's Day, buy him a giant Bird of Paradise.
Now you know, that's right.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. So here we are. Pratia, White Star Pratia. Now look at that. It's is it still winter or is it spring yet?
Almost spring, I think.
Yeah, so it's still winter. And look at that, it's coming into flower right now. There's little buds coming, and this is a beautiful mossy plant. You can grow a lawn with it. You can put it around your pavers. You can put it in a cottage garden, put it in a hanging basket, put it in a pot. Versatile plant, easy to grow. For a sort of a flat ground cover lawn substitute, one of the hardiest and most versatile plants on the market. And white flowers, it's starting to flower now, and it'll flower right through till probably the start of June next year. So one of the longest flowering plants on the market, and when you grow a large mass planting of it, those gorgeous little white flowers just make this beautiful mossy finish. It's a wonderful thing to have. And White Star Pratia, a lot of nurseries are charging $12, $14 for it. We've got lovely big full plants, and they are just $8.99. So $8.99 gets you a White Star Pratia.
Beautiful. We have a comment here from Capricorn saying how to buy this.
Well, I think you should tell them, Emlyn.
All right, Capricorn, hopefully you're still there. And simply head over to hellohelloplants.com.au and you'll see a big live sales tab in the middle of the page. And if we do have the camera on there, I'll just quickly show you. hellohelloplants.com.au. Click on the live auction bid now, or this live yellow tab here. It'll take you to the same page. And then you can scroll down and simply check out all of these items Chris has been showing off in today's show. Just scroll past the auction and you can go shopping. Limited quantities do apply for these prices. Just keep that in mind. But head on over. If you see anything you like, shop now.
But if you wanted a nice outing this weekend, do you know that people come from all over Victoria to come to Hello Hello? We just
had someone from Echuca behind me before shopping.
Yeah, so people come from Echuca, they come from Hamilton, they come from Horsham, they come from everywhere. And why would they come to Hello Hello in Campbellfield? The reason is that we've got, our nursery is around 6,000 square metres and it's the fullest nursery in Victoria. There's no other retail nursery with a larger selection. We've got on our website, we've got 20,000 different items you can buy, different sizes, different varieties, and in store, we'd have at least 200,000 plants here today. Yeah. In store, it'd be the biggest range. In any nursery anywhere. At least 200,000 plants in store here today. So people come in and they say, listen, I want 50 English box. Listen, give me 20 silver birches. Give me 15 iceberg roses. Yeah. And we can cope. We can cope. And this weekend, our car park will be full. There'll be dozens and dozens of people, and they'll be down here from Warragul. They'll be here from all over Victoria. Warrnambool, Eltham, Williamstown. Geelong. People will come from everywhere to here because this is the fullest, busiest, bushiest
serenity in an industrial wasteland.
Yeah, so here we are in an industrial wasteland. There's the fabulous pie shop out the front. You can have a pie and a coffee.
But it really is it is a peaceful sort of retreat from the busyness of Campbellfield.
That's right. It's quite amazing because Campbellfield is. I selected this location because it's at the crossroads, but it's in a sort of an industrial wasteland. But we've made it into a
little slice of heaven.
Yeah,
in there. That's
into an oasis. Oasis.
Oh, our camera person's showing the industrial wasteland, or maybe the front there. There's lots of customers here today.
Yeah.
Get in quick. I mean, we have a lot of plants, but they do sell fast. So if you see anything you like, we've got heaps of beetroot too. I don't know if she can hear me. Swing back, look at those beetroot. There's heaps of beetroot roses if you're watching.
Yeah.
Come visit, guys.
For stock, I was looking at it today.
Thanks, Mickey.
I'm actually in trouble with my bookkeeper for buying too many plants.
Yeah, that's why we call this otherwise we couldn't call it too many plants, could we?
But at any rate, I reckon we'd have 3,000 standard roses in stock. Now most nurseries would be lucky to have 20.
We've got a huge selection.
Fruit trees, we'd have to have 1,000 fruit trees here.
Wow! You could actually create a real orchard with what you have here.
Yeah. So if you're after a bit of a choice, we're the place to go to. If you want to spend, there's people come here and they spend 3 or 4 hours people are keen on plants. Like there's people the guy came in before and just placed an order and zoomed off, and you were going to deliver it. He only spent like 90 seconds here. But other people who love plants can come here and spend a couple of hours here and spend a couple of hours going through. That's why we're the busiest, bushiest, fullest nursery in Victoria. But how you can buy from us is you can come down here, you can jump in the car, go for a drive. It's a nice outing. Maybe grab a pie out the front, have a coffee, spend an hour or two, look at all the plants, pick up a couple of crazy bargains, get a freebie. You spend $100 and get a beautiful free winter rose or a hydrangea. It really is a very, very special
The
nursery.
team of plants, as we like to call it.
Yeah.
Hello, hello, plants. Big Bird says I'm from Geelong. Oh, we check out that. No, chuck it in. There you go. Big
Yeah, so-
Bird's coming from Geelong, Chris.
Yeah, so coming up from Geelong, say you were to buy a garden lot,
Yeah.
we're going to chuck in the feature
free
tree
tree.
for free. Like it could be one of these weeping cherries, but there's all sorts of feature trees. We chuck them in for free.
Yes.
When you
Sorry, I haven't
spend
got the page ready.
$299, and maybe you can't fit all that $299 worth of stuff in a car, free delivery down to Geelong. No worries, mate.
Free delivery to Geelong. Just spend over $299 and you get a free tree.
Yeah.
Crazy deals. All right, we better continue on with the sale. We'll have to jump over to the auction mid the sale items here. Got 2 minutes till we bid out that
Okay.
beautiful Japanese bonsai.
Oh, it looks like a financial disaster for Hello Hello.
It does a bit, yeah. We'll just get it out of the way, let the winner win, enjoy, you know.
Yeah. So here you've got your pink saxifraga. We had a Frenchman in there the other day, and he insisted that these were actually sexy frogs. Sexy frogs.
That's
yeah.
what they call them in France.
Yeah, it's they say
sexy frog.
sexy frog.
But it's actually called Saxy. What is it? Saxifraga.
Saxifraga. But when you're French, you can say he came in here. He had his beret on, and he had one of them long French buns under his arm.
A stick, yeah.
Yeah, and he insisted that there were sexy frogs. But anyway, Saxifraga, lovely little ground cover. This is your rose-coloured Saxifraga. Now anywhere else, $12, $14. We've got them here for $7.99. Come in here for your sexy frogs this weekend.
Yep.
We've got them in all different colours. Let's have a look at some of those
Get your
different
sexy
colours. All
frogs. Let's check out all the
$7.99.
colours, yeah.
Check out the. There's your red sexy frog, and there's your white sexy frog. Beautiful ground cover, flowering in late winter, early spring. Lovely thing to have. Your sexy frog, and sexy fraga, $7.99.
Yeah, check it out as part of this sale. Tutu Many Plants live sale event. We're about to jump over to the auction in a minute.
Or two.
Or two, yeah.
Or
2
two.
minutes, I don't know, one or two minutes.
Now here we've got your lime lava. Now your lime lava, there's a lime lava in the auction today. There's lime lavas in there. Lime lava is a beautiful Australian native moss-like plant. It's a moss that ain't really moss. And it grows into a beautiful mound. It loves well-drained soil, plenty of water, plenty of fertiliser, and grows good in a pot, grows good in the garden, but given well-drained soil, plenty of water, plenty of fertiliser. And your Scleranthus biforus lime lava is just $39.99. So $39.99, and look what you get. And little children come in, and we see them here patting them. They pat them, they pat them, they talk to them, they love them. So a lime lava, 10-inch pot, beautiful big one, but look, make a real spectacle in the garden. Perhaps it's in your Zen garden, maybe it's near a beautiful little weeping Japanese maple or some lovely little mondo grass. Lime lava, just $39.99.
And Nolan81 says hello, Chris.
Who's that?
Nolan81.
Hi.
I don't know who it is.
Hi,
but
Nolan. Hi.
Nolan.
Nolan. Hiya, Nolan.
81. Yep. All right, looks like we might have to. Do you want to do that one? Then we jump over to the auction, Chris.
Yeah, chalk sticks. If you're looking for something cheap and tough, maybe you've got a beach house, a petrol station, a factory. You need something cheap and tough to cover the ground and look bright and fresh and nice. You can't go wrong with these. These are your chalk stick. And your chalk stick in a 3-inch pot is just $3.99. So $3.99, you can afford to mass plant them, and they look great mass planted. Great big area of chalk stick. Break it up with a few Gaimea lilies or something like that. So you put a few Gaimea lilies, you can cover large areas. I've had people plant masses of them on properties that they want to put on the market and create a really nice bright effect.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and $3.99, you can afford to mass plant them. They're tough. They're tougher than tough. That's one of the toughest plants on the market. They'll cover a big area in no time. $3.99, chalk stick, very modern, very smart.
Do they spread like hellfire, do they?
Yeah, they do, yeah.
All right, awesome. All right, Chris, we'll probably have to jump over to this
So
auction
here
now.
we are. Let's talk about it. We've got an auction today, and what we're auctioning is this beautiful Japanese red pine, and it's a grafted dwarf Japanese red pine. It's not just your common red pine, and it's growing here, and it's got some lovely little lime lava underneath it, some pebbles around it. The pot itself is nearly a $400 pot. It's a beautiful pot, and it's got a sort of it's been cooked, and then they've coated it with glass, and they've cooked it again, and then they've actually crushed the glass on the outside of it and made a beautiful sort of tortoiseshell effect. Could we give them a close look at that
Yeah.
beautiful pot? Like the pot, what I love about the pot, it's not gaudy, it's sort of very subtle looking. It's
That's
got
nice,
a beautiful
yeah.
subtlety to it. It looks very, very rustic, very primitive.
Yeah, this
And
is it. That's the
Perfect with your
item.
red pine.
That's the item you want to make.
Now
a
there's
bid
your
now,
red
guys.
pine. Your red pine, I selected this one here because it was a beautiful sort of bonsai shape, and it's planted off center. The whole thing is a very serene work of art, and this would look, this is like at least a half day's sun, but maybe you've got a courtyard or a patio or a deck in a high-rise building. This will take lots of heat and wind. Very, very hardy. So you've got that deck. You want a bit of sort of real serenity there, bit of real beauty, but nothing too big. It's not too big at all. The total height of the pot and this one here is about 1.2 meters. It's gonna just make someone's courtyard or balcony look absolutely fabulous. At any rate, when you add together the pebbles, the pot, the plant, you've got $799 worth of value here, and that $799 worth of value is up for auction. The reserve was just 10 cents. We're up over the reserve now. Not much over the reserve. We're at
open.
$203.29. So $203.29.
I wonder if your suppliers are bidding on this, Chris, to try and win it back, because it's worth a thing.
Yeah, they could actually sell it to me again next week and make a profit.
Yeah, this is crazy. It's so the current bid at the moment is $203.29. Get yourself a bargain. I wish I could bid on this. It's crazy cheap.
Yeah, so I
For
think
that rare specimen over there, Japanese bonsai in a pot. Yeah, go on,
could you
Chris.
tell people how to bid?
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know how to make a bid, head over to hellohelloplants.com.au, and we've placed a big live auction bid now button, which you can just hover over and click on. And once you click on that, that'll take you to the auction page. There is currently 94 people watching the item in the room right now, or having a crack at the bids. Are still coming in slowly though. The bids are quite small, 10 cents a piece, $1 a piece. We might need a gorilla, is that what we're being told? I don't know if the gorilla could make it in time, but bids are still coming in. Our website, if you are watching us and you want to place a bid, you can do that. Just be mindful of the fact that our website's very slow to refresh, so unless you do really big bids, we can't guarantee that you'll win or be the highest bidder when we end the auction on the third gavel strike.
You know what?
Hopefully
If
that makes sense.
a person could actually be a gorilla without a gorilla suit, that would be the ultimate. That'd be the ultimate thing, where they could actually project a gorilla.
Why don't they just wear the mask then?
I wonder if we've got anybody amongst our staff that could actually be a gorilla without a gorilla suit.
Mina, who's shutting the page down? All right. Shutting the auction down. We'll see if
Okay,
we can get a gorilla,
so
but we're
here
gonna-
we are. Here we are. We've got an $800 Japanese pine.
It's going up ever
I think
so
somebody's
slowly.
going to break my heart today. And
Mark's in the room, so we're probably going to be here for 3 hours while he pops in his 10-cent bids.
now, if you tell people how to bid and tell them how to win it.
All right, so, well, there really, like I said, there really isn't, it's a bit like a lottery, this one, because of the way our website is so slow. But if I was bidding, I'd put in a couple of large bids, like your $10 bids max, and I'll get it out of this range where it's kind of low, where there's quite a few people doing 10-cent bids, and then you would have a lead on just getting it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
So I'd
what
pop it
you-
up into a range that, even if you got it to $400, which is half price.
Yeah, but even $300, that would get rid of most of the.
Well, it would. I think it would on this particular item, and we didn't get to promote this one as much as I would have liked to have.
Yeah, I mean last
Hence the reason
week.
why it's probably got less people on it.
Yeah, last week we had 300 people in the room.
Yeah, we had a few days of promotion. It's going up. Okay, so someone's taken my advice. Has gone up a little bit.
Probably, if I wanted to win that, I'd probably just zip it up to $300 and then try and knock it home.
Yeah, because that's the only strategy I can think of, because if you do the small bids, it's fine and you might win, but it's just not. It's trickier to say because of the way we run the auction.
Yeah, you've
We
got
have
to.
to do it on the website. The website's slow, and then Chris has to do it on the third gavel strike to the highest bidder.
Yeah, it's like those bicycle races. You go for it. You just get out and you just put your head down. You bloody go for it and get out 100 meters in front, and everyone goes, "Oh my God, he's winning!" You know.
Yeah.
And
That's right.
yeah. So anyway, let's get into it.
stuck
So
into
our
it.
highest bid is $223.50. I feel like this is going to go off for peanuts.
Yeah. Oh, it's
break
going.
my
It's climbing.
heart.
It's already climbed up.
$246.10 going once.
Wow. Okay. 141 people in the room now. 246 and 10 cents.
$246.10 going to
66 and
My
10
God,
cents.
$266.10
All right,
going
they're
once.
waking up. $799 Japanese bonsai, very rare in this pot. Glazed, beautiful pot.
$272.10. $272.10 going
All right,
once.
the action is on now. $799. $287.
$287.10 going once.
The site's actually fast. It's much better.
$287.10.
Japanese bonsai, 313, Chris.
$313 going once.
All right, fantastic.
It's
All right,
still less than half
let's go.
price.
Japanese bonsai in a pot, retail price $799. If you get it for $400, it's half price. All right, looks like 313 on the second gavel strike, Chris.
$313 going twice.
All right, here we go. $799 Japanese bonsai in a pot.
$323 going once.
Mark really wants it. He's actually gone up to $10 bids. Fantastic, Mark. $323 on a Japanese bonsai in a pot.
Did Mark win last week?
No.
No,
Mark,
so
I don't think Mark's
maybe-
won before. He
maybe-
might have won an old one.
$323 going.
All right, Mark's the top bidder. He's taken our advice, Chris. I think you got to go on the second gavel strike
323
there
going
for
twice.
323. No, it's jumped up to 328.
$328 going once.
328 on a $799 Japanese bonsai in a pot. Not even half
$329
price.
going once.
Claire's come in with the dollar, Mark. We outbid.
Who's in there now?
Claire's jumped up with the dollar. 329. 198 people in the room for a
198 people, wow.
$799 Japanese bonsai in a pot. The website's acting nice and quick. You're at 330.
330 going once.
Claire's taken the lead. Mark, will you come back with another bid? You might need to do a couple more tens.
330 going twice. It
For a
looks like it might be
beautiful
ready to go.
$799 Japanese bonsai in a pot, one of a kind glazed pot. $330, just waiting for the refresh. Have you done 2 gavel strikes yet, Chris?
2, I've done 2.
No,
It-
okay.
It could be about to go at 330.
No, it's
330, 350. 330, 350 going once.
All right, Claire and Mark neck and neck. Who's it going to be, guys? You need to get more bids if you want to do
330, 350 going twice.
222 people in the room. $799 Japanese bonsai on the line.
334, 50 going once.
334.50. Come on, it's neck and neck. We're at 3. It's gone. Yeah, we're 339. 340.
340, 50 going once.
340.50 between Claire and Mark. It's only 2 people actually gone for the bid. It's not even half price, guys. It's a
340, 50
$800
going
Japanese.
twice.
It's a $800 Japanese bonsai in a pot. $340.50. Claire's the highest bidder with a dollar bid.
341, 50 going
Claire's
once.
chucked in another dollar bid out of desperation. Mark, will you come back? $799 on the line for a Japanese maple and pot. Very rare.
345 going once.
All right, Mark and Claire boosting it up at 345. $799 Japanese bonsai in a pot, not even half price. We're at 346.
346 going once.
Claire with the dollar bid there. 346. Do we take any other bidders in the room? $799
Now's
on the
the
line.
time for the dark horse to come in.
Not even half price. Dark Horse, if you are there, give us a few
Come on,
tens
dark
to get
horse. We know
ahead.
you're there. We know you're out there. I can feel.
Right,
I
this
can
is a
feel the dark
fantastic
horse.
deal at the moment at $346, under half price. 270 people now watching on.
346, 10 cents.
346 and 10 cents.
A sneaky little 10-cent bid coming
that
in
Mark?
there. Is that our
Yeah,
dark
it's Mark,
horse?
yeah.
So dark. So 346, 10
$346,
cents
10
going
cents,
once.
Going once. $799. Okay, we're at 347.
347, 10 cents going once. Who's
Three-
that?
347, 10 cents. That's Claire. Back
Oh,
with
Claire's
the dollar.
really keen.
$799 Japanese bonsai.
347, 10 going
Twice.
twice.
All right, it's going to go to Claire. We're at $799 Japanese bonsai in a pot. not even half price. $352.
$352.10 going once.
Yep, $352.10. We've got a $799 Japanese bonsai. You're at $352.10 for the second.
$352.10 going twice.
$799 Japanese bonsai in a pot. Not even half price.
352.
No, it's 310 people in the room.
310 people.
Yeah,
Wow,
it's really
that's
increased.
amazing.
$799. There you go.
$357.10 going once.
Mark, $799 Japanese bonsai in a pot. Not even half price at $357.10. Keep the bids coming in. First bid in at $357.10. Mark's in the lead. Not even half price for a $799 Japanese bonsai in a pot. $357.10. Got to go second strike on that, Chris.
$357.10 going
All right,
twice.
looks like it's going to go to Mark. It's a $799 Japanese bonsai.
It's
in a
like
pot.
shoplifting.
We're going to end it. Here we go.
Getting it for
$357.10. We take any more bidders? I've got to let this land. So $799 Japanese bonsai in a pot. Here we go. Last refresh. $357.10. It's an $800 Japanese bonsai. Oh, it just went up at
$357.20 going
Mark,
once.
Mark freaked out. He popped in another bid. So we're going to take that from the first $357.20. It's a $799 Japanese bonsai
$357.20 going twice.
You're not even at half price. 350 people in the room. Not even at half price for this $799 Japanese bonsai in a pot. Do we take any more bidders? $357.20.
Well, where's our dark horse? Where's our dark horse?
It might not be there. So $357.20 for a $799 Japanese bonsai in a pot.
So I'm putting down
Twice.
this. I'm putting down the gavel.
That's it. That's the third
$357.20.
strike. Here we go. And it's going to go $799 Japanese bonsai in a pot. $357.20, and I think you got to let it go, Chris. There you go, third strike.
Slowly. The hammer's coming down
No,
slowly.
you can't do that.
Coming down slowly. Going down slowly.
$799 Japanese
coming
bonsai
down,
in a
only-
pot. Going once, going twice. All right, let it go, Chris. Let it go. There you go, third strike. Done.
Third
Mark,
strike.
you're the winner. Let's double check though.
$357.20.
All right, hang on, wait, Mark, wait. We don't 100% know because of the. Unfortunately, the website's so slow. If someone snuck in a bid at the end, and we did warn you about this, it could be Mark. We're just double checking. Auction ended. Yeah, Mark got it. All right, there you go. Mark,
On you, Mark.
congratulations.
On you, Mark. Thanks for hanging in there.
Well done. Mark's really tried. Mark has really tried on a few of these auctions.
Now let's let
I don't know if
these.
he's won. He might have won one
Let's
before.
let everybody look at what's happened. What's
Well done,
happened?
Mark. Well
this
done.
magnificent. It's a financial disaster for Hello. This magnificent $799 beautiful pot, beautiful pebbles, fabulous rare dwarf red Japanese pine, whole unit $799 has gone. I can hardly control myself. Gone for $357.20. Hang on, just grab a tissue. There we are. A financial disaster for Hello, and a financial success for Mark.
Mark deserved it though, because he was placing a lot of bids in at the end to really get ahead. So he did.
Yeah.
He played the cards right.
A crushing financial
Yeah.
loss for Hello.
He played correctly, so it's a well-deserved win for Mark.
I have to talk to my accountant about it. We'll write it off. It'll be a tax write-off.
I'm jealous. I wish I had that. I love that bonsai.
Yeah, beautiful.
Even you got it for under $400. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Well done, Mark. All right, well, definitely make sure to share and like this live site to discover these amazing deals and these auctions that we run on a week-to-week basis. All right, we'll go through the last few items of today's sale, and thanks for being with us, guys. Let's continue with the sale, Chris.
Yeah. Now here you've got white creeping thyme. Now white creeping thyme is edible. You can put it in your pizza. Has beautiful white flowers for 5 or 6 months of the year, and it's gorgeous. Look at that lovely mossy cover like that. Absolutely gorgeous plant. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. White creeping thyme tastes terrific, smells terrific, looks terrific, beautiful to sit on. Imagine a beautiful white thyme lawn. You'll find this. It'll take a bit of light foot traffic. You can sit on it. It's fragrant. It's wonderful. Grow a beautiful lawn. Imagine that covered in those beautiful white flowers in the summer. Fragrant.
Yeah, it looks
fantastic.
Great.
So white thyme, often $14, $15 in a 6-inch pot. We've got the white thyme for just $8.99. So $8.99, and they're full. They're beautiful. Look at that. Look what you get. You get a beautiful, full, mature white thyme plant. So you'll be having glorious white thyme. So white thyme, $8.99.
All right, check it out as part of the Tutu Many Plants live sale event. Checking out the hottest items here today, guys.
Now, if you live out on a country block somewhere and the people next door, they've dropped 5 car bodies and put an old caravan right outside your fire pit, and it looks terrible, and you're wondering what the heck you can do. Well, do you know, if you plant an evergreen alder is a sort of a distant cousin of the silver birch. It grows thick and bushy and fast. Do you know that this can grow 5 metres in 1 year? What it wants is no grass or weed competition, plenty of water, a little bit of fertiliser, can grow in the yuckiest soil, just needs the water and the fertiliser. At any rate, you can grow this 5 metres. You can block out those ugly dead car bodies, the old caravan, the rabid dogs, whatever it is that you need to block out. You can block it out with these here. 5 metres in 1 year, pump the water into them, keep the grass and weeds away, and nothing else grows. If there's nothing good on TV, you can actually go out and sit out in the yard and watch them grow.
Yeah.
So there you are. So
what's the price on those?
The price on your evergreen alder, $19.99 for beautiful, and they're a metre tall. That's real evergreen value.
And you can hedge them, can't you? You can hedge them.
You can hedge them. You can bleach them. I once went past a house and they'd made it was about 4 metres tall and 3 metres wide, but they'd made the giant basket that had a handle on it, and it was like a giant basket.
Wow.
They toporized one of these into a basket.
Incredible.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get them. No surprises. Very quick growing, perfect for blocking out the neighbours too. Evergreen alders.
Now, consistently over the last 50 years, the most popular tree in Melbourne is the silver birch. And I was actually brought up on a silver birch farm. We grew thousands and thousands and thousands of silver birches, and they were sold all around Melbourne. At any rate, here you've got a 6-foot silver birch for a price direct from the olden days, $29.99.
Wow.
Now,
that's much bigger than 6 foot too, by the way.
yeah, it's a generous, what I call a generous 6 foot.
Yeah.
And so anyway, so 6-foot silver birch, $29.99. You could plant an avenue, plant them in a forest. They're really versatile. You do a forest, a copse, an avenue, a screen along the side fence. They're great on if you want to sort of control. Say you've got a side of the house where you've got hot sun in the summer, but you love the sun in the winter. Plant silver birches, and they'll block off that hot summer heat and cool the house down. And then in winter they'll let the sun and the brightness through, and they're really, really gorgeous. So they're like a climate control device. So silver birches,
cool.
Fabulous value for and they grow like crazy. First couple of years you plant them, grow like crazy. You plant these in 2 years' time, they'll be 5 or 6 metres tall and have beautiful white trunks on them. We've done a video about them transforming your property on our social media. But anyway, 6-foot silver birch, $29.99.
Yep, check them out as part of this sale. Head over to hellohelloplants.com.au. You can purchase any of these products you see here today.
Now, this is your Castellan golden cypress. Your Castellan golden cypress is super duper tough, low water requirement, grows in spongy old soil, takes a bit of salt, takes a bit of heat, very, very hardy and tough. And these are 10-inch pots, and they are nice and cheap. They're just $39.99. They're over a metre tall. Great start to sort of screen off those neighbours.
Yeah, and they can be printed up. Are they 1 per metre for a hedge, Chris, for the Castellan Golds? Or?
Maybe 1.2, 1.3.
Oh,
a little bit. They're quite fat and bushy.
Okay.
Now these would be like 90 centimetres for a hedge, but for an avenue you'd plant them 2 or 3 metres apart.
Yeah, it looks really classy, doesn't it, up a driveway?
So this is your Glauca pencil pine. Your Glauca pencil pine makes the most beautiful, tall, narrow hedge screen avenue. Often I get older people come in and they're having some 2-story or 3-story flats built out the back of their house.
Yeah.
And they ask me what sort of hedge to plant, and I tell them to plant the Glauca pencil pine. And the reason why is that if they were to plant some sort of lily pilly or something, they might have to pay someone to go up and trim it up high so it's not annoying their neighbours. But your Glauca pencil pine only grows about a metre wide, and you'll never have to go up and trim it. So if you wanted to grow, say you want to grow an 8 or 9 metre tall screen, you'd plant these about a metre apart, and and they'll grow tall and narrow, and you won't have to climb up there, and you won't have to climb up there and trim them or anything like that. So they're a low maintenance, they're a hardy, fast growing screen that's really tough with low maintenance.
Yeah, you see a lot of, down in Essendon actually, a lot of houses have those, the pencil pines growing up the sides of the property.
Yeah. Now, if you're in a real hurry to block somebody else, you've got your Leighton's green cypress. Your Leighton green cypress is probably one of the fastest conifers you can get. Grows faster than a pine tree. So your Leighton's green cypress, $169.99 gets you a 2 metre beautiful green cypress that you could block out the neighbours in a flash with. Now you can do a beautiful trimmed hedge, or you can let it grow naturally into a lovely sort of pointy coniferous type shape. So your Leighton's green cypress, 16-inch pot, just $169.99.
Perfect, and check it out as part of our Tutu Many Plants live sale, guys. Great prices for great products.
Now, your ficus flash is the plant. They call it flash because this will block out the neighbours in a flash. Beautiful lush evergreen, and these ones here can be used as a standard. You can trim them up into a nice little ball. But what people have been doing with these is they've been pleaching them, and what you can do is you've got the bottom 3 foot have been trimmed up, and if you plant these about 1.2 metres apart, you can grow them into a pleached hedge. That's where you've got like a green bushy hedge on top and just nice trunks underneath. And it could look very classy. You plant a bit of Chinese star jasmine underneath and get that beautiful, classy, rich Turak look about your garden. So, you know, put these around the pool, put them around the back fence, along the front fence, grow them as a standard or grow them as a pleach plant, and they're nice, they're good value. They're 10-inch pots, and they are cheap. They are, let's have a look at, how much? $29.99.
Sorry, $69.99.
$69.99. So $69.99. $69.99. 10-inch pot, 1.2 metres tall, and already pleached. That's for a nice tall pleach.
Yeah, and they're reduced from $100 too. Just put it into perspective.
Yeah, and there we've got a Loris bay tree,
yeah,
and this is a Miles Choice in a 10-inch pot, and it's just $29.99. So $29.99 gets you a nice Miles Choice bay tree.
Beautiful. Wow, it's a big one there too.
And here's a 16-inch pot Miles Choice for $199.99. So Miles Choice are great for a hedge or a screen. They grow a bit taller and narrower and a bit neater than your normal bay tree, and they have a lovely leaf, but you can still use them for cooking. They're tasty, they're nice, it's a herb. You'll never have to go and buy, imagine this, you'd never have to go and buy any bay leaves again to whack on the lamb roast. So there we are, $199.90.
Pop it in your stew or soup.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
And are they, do they need full sun, or are they the Miles Choice?
No, Miles Choice, full sun to
Or
part sun
shade?
or
Okay,
part
cool.
shade.
Okay.
Now here you've got your Photinia red robin, and it's 2 metres tall. This is the best Photinia value around. Photinias are one of the toughest hedges. They have very few bugs or problems that worry them. They grow like crazy. They block out the neighbours. They turn bright red a couple of times a year. So they turn bright red a couple of times a year, and they are just $69.99. So $69.99 gets you a 2 metre red robin.
Beautiful. Big Bird is asking what fertilizer to use with Ficus Flash.
Here it is, Devotion. So Devotion available with your order. Devotion is the best slow release on the market because it has 8% humic acid in it. And humic acid improves the water holding capacity of your soil, releases nutrients, improves soil structure, and stimulates plant growth, as well as you've got all of your normal nutrients in there to make your garden grow.
All right, there you go, Big Bird. Check out Devotion Fertilizer on our website at hellohelloplants.com.au.
Now I'm 6 foot tall. This is nudging 6 foot. It's a silver sheen potassium, one of the most popular hedges around. Nudging 6 foot for $59.99. So $59.99, nudging 6 foot, silver sheen potassiums, $59.99.
All right, Tutu Many Plants live sale event, guys. Limited quantities apply to these plant prices. Do act fast if you see anything you like here today.
So 8-inch pot Lombardy poplars. Look at that. I'm 6 foot and they are nudging 6 foot. They're up to my nose, and they are just $14.99. Now, plant these in your garden, say on your farm or somewhere like that. They grow to a beautiful tall column. I reckon if you planted these, had no grass or weed around them, gave them a bit of water in the summer, you could have these up in 2 years. You could have them up 4 or 5 meters in height. So they're very, very fast growing. Beautiful golden autumn color, lovely shape to them, really elegant, really sort of, in the old days, it was one of the few trees that people planted on their farm. So you can have that real Aussie farm look by planting these, an avenue of these up the driveway along the front fence. And at $14.99, you can afford to mass plant them. So that's your Lombardy Popular, $49.99. Now here's your Portuguese laurel, $169.99. So your Portuguese laurel, beautiful hardy laurel tree. And what happens with these is that in springtime they're covered in the most beautiful little white flowers. It's a long white flower like a cattail, and and you can grow these in a pot, grow them in the garden. You can allow the ball can become quite large, and you'll love the white flowers in the springtime. And it's a hardy, very classic looking standard tree, and $169.99 is a great price.
Yep, so they can be pleached, hedged, grown as a standard.
And we'll do the birches.
Super hardy.
We'll do the birches last. And anyway, and here you've got your Western Red Cedar in a 6-inch pot, just $6.99. So 6-inch pot, $6.99. Great price for a Western Red Cedar. Now your Western Red Cedar needs a little more water than your cypress tree. And so your Western Red Cedar needs a little more water than your average cypress tree, but it's a fast-growing cypress substitute that doesn't get any of the diseases that you get in, and it also has beautiful foliage. The florists actually cut this and use it in floral arrangements. It's a very pretty fern-like foliage, and if you're touching it or working with it, beautiful sweet smell, lovely sweet smell. So it's a fast-growing, tough, upright kind of. I thought we'd get a nice tub and show them a tub of. Yeah. Okay, right. And so Tutu Many Western Red Cedar, $6.99. You can afford to do a big long hedge. I'd plant these probably about 1.2 meters apart and make a beautiful thick hedge. They're very, really nice hedge. So there we are. Tutu Many Western Red Cedar. Okay, yeah.
All right, guys, we're going to check out the freebies. Thanks so much for joining us here today. And please leave a like if you're still watching. Make sure to share this live too so others can discover it. You can simply click share on the social media platform that you're on right now. Chris is going to go over some of the freebies we have at the team of plants at Hello Plants. Big Bird says, we use poplars as a fence around our caravan park in Geelong.
Yeah.
I'm guessing in Geelong, that's where Big Bird's from.
Look, they're easy to grow, they're cheap to buy, they're great. Put them around your caravan park, put them around your factory.
They'd make a good windbreak, wouldn't they?
Yeah, they break the wind beautifully.
All right, cool. So I think, what are we doing now? We're waiting on...
So what we're doing is we're going to talk about buying from us. So what we do is you scan this QR code here, and you go to this wonderful world where you've got
all of our fantastic deals.
Yeah, you go to this wonderful world where you've got 78 fabulous specials that we've got direct from the grower. And it's designed so that you can put your whole garden project together with us. Now what happens is you can come down here and have a wonderful day out, buy your plants, take them home. But you might, say you were to spend $100, your choice, you get this weekend, it won't happen every day, but this weekend you're going to get a beautiful Helioborus or a beautiful hydrangea.
Yep, when you spend over $100 this weekend.
When you spend over $100, you're going to get it for free. That's $30 worth of value for free when you spend $100. So it's worth driving down here and
just for that alone, yeah.
Just for that alone. And say you spend, and same online. If you go online, spend $100.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah. Free for you.
Yeah.
What happens though if you spend over $299?
So if you spend $299, you get free delivery and a free weeping cherry. I wonder where that free
weeping cherry.
A 6 foot weeping cherry.
Oh, I can't see it though. It's been moved on, Chris.
Hey, a 6 foot weeping cherry.
Oh, there
Yeah.
it is, hiding. All right, cool.
Yeah, so here it is. So what happens? Or we get one of this range of beautiful, like a 6-foot Japanese flowering crabapple, a 6-foot sensation maple, a 5-foot ruby lace cladicea, a 6-foot sunburst cladicea. So all of these.
You choose, right? You choose
You
one.
choose. You
Yeah.
choose. So basically, the deal is put together your $299 garden project,
Mm-hmm.
and we're going to chuck in that feature tree. We're going to
That's
chuck
right.
in a fabulous feature tree. You're
Of
going to
your
love your
choice.
feature tree
Yep.
of your choice. And then free delivery. So you might live down in Geelong. You buy it online. You can come in here. Look, you could, and we've got 3 girls answering the phone. So you could just ring up, discuss your needs,
Yes.
and place your order over the phone.
Yeah.
Dozens of people place their order over the phone every day. Or you go online, you look at the range, you buy it, you choose your feature tree,
Yeah.
and get your free delivery out to Ruffy, down to Geelong, down to Curramborough, out to Terrelgan, drop it off in Morwell, no worries, out in Pakenham, not a problem. So there you
Remember
are.
the Milky Bar kid? The Milky Bars are on me. You could be like, the freebies are on me.
Yeah, so that's right, the freebies are on me. And not
Hello,
only
Hello
that,
Plants.
do you know that I'm free as well?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
right. It's a free garden design service,
That's
which
right.
you haven't even mentioned in
I do
today's
free
live.
garden design. So what happens is that you put down $100 and you do your garden design. If you spend over $500 on the day, you get your $100 back.
Yeah.
And so I do a whole garden design. So I'll design the front yard, the backyard, maybe the front and the backyard,
Yeah.
patio, I do all sorts of garden designs, and if you spend a few bob, you got it for free.
Yeah.
So even I'm free.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. It can't go wrong at Hello Hello Plants.
Yeah. So, and then last of all, our new sensational bargain is our silver birch. Our
birches?
silver birches are one of the most popular trees in Melbourne. They're fast growing, and planting small silver birches, the younger you plant them, the smaller you plant them, the faster they grow. And so anyway, these beautiful little silver birches here, they're bare rooted. I'll give you a look at the roots. Just look at that there. Look at those roots there. Lovely, healthy roots on them. Beautiful bare rooted silver birch. $5.99. Now that's a new special this week. So if you've been thinking of an avenue of silver birches, if you've been thinking of a beautiful little clump, you can plant them in a little forest, plant them as an individual, plant them in a clump. You can clump them, you can avenue them, you can. They look great in an irregular line, and silver birches get that beautiful white trunk, that fabulous lacy green foliage. They go bare in the winter and they're just this naked white trunk and lovely fine red stems. One of the most aesthetic trees around, one of the fastest trees. They grow really fast for the first couple of years, then finish off as a nice small tree. Wonderful tree to have, one of Melbourne's most popular trees, the silver birch, and we've got them here for $5.99. So you can afford to plant. You can plant 10 of them for under $60. It's incredible. So never ever have birches been we've had so many so cheap. So $5.99 silver
Wow.
birches. Get down here this weekend.
That's insane.
And
yeah.
buy yourself a dozen of them. If you bought
Buy a
20
whole
of these
forest for
birches,
$60.
if you bought 20 of these birches, we'd chuck in a $30 height range.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's wild. All right, well, check it out. Tutu Many Plants live sale event, $5.99 silver birch, bare rooted silver birch, and we have heaps of bare rooted specials this weekend. Come and visit us, 1477 Sydney Road, Camberfield. Thanks for joining us today, guys. These prices really are limited, and it is seasonal, so we don't always have these products at these prices. So if you did see anything that you like here today, make sure to go to hellohelloplants.com.au and go shopping now on the Tutu Many Plants live sale page. I think that's pretty much everything. We'll be back on Monday with a live Q&A that we do for you guys, where you can ask Chris any gardening or plant related questions. So join us 12 p.m. this coming Monday, Eastern Standard Time, Melbourne, Sydney, Australia.
Yeah.
All right,
Bye
thanks
bye.
everyone. Bye-bye.